This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time.
What's up, baby? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning to my Finlaws, to my family. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I am your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure y'all do that. No, seriously, make sure y'all do that. Follow me. Follow me right now on Twitter, everywhere, at Stephen D. SKPL. You can also follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on on Twitter, where we are at MIA Sports Music, okay? Make sure y'all do that. On your way in, hit the like button. Hit it. If you haven't done so already, what are you waiting on? Hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It goes such a long way into helping the channel grow, and I'm super excited about it. Also, hey, look, if you want to sign up and become a member, become part of the family today, we would love that. Why is that? Because, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. And in order for us to grow, in order for us to be as big as we want to be, we need new members to the channel. So if you like what you see on a daily basis, sign up, become a member today. There's 3 different tiers. There's a tier that's catered for everybody. And it definitely is a way to help support the channel. I put the link in the chat. If you guys want to join the channel to get access to perks, make sure y'all do that. It's big. It goes such a long way. Make sure y'all do that. Also, hey, look, if you want to help the channel grow monetarily, if you're able to, you can help the channel grow by donating. There's a few different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat, or you can use Cash App or PayPal, which is $ MSM Podcast Network or PayPal MSM Podcast Network. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard to find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports today. Lime, less is more events, supplies tickets for sports and entertainment events for less than the competition, allowing you to have more fun. Call 202-930-3533 to get a personalized experience with the tickets to the game or event you want to today. Lime takes pride in providing the hottest tickets at great prices with absolutely 0 service fees. Call today. Again, that number is 202-930-3533. We're proud and excited to have Lime as a partner, and we're going to be doing some big things here potentially in the next 48 to 72 hours. So be on the lookout for it. Tailgreeter, download the app today on your current Apple or Android devices. That's right. Download the app today. It's free. Or go to the website, tailgreeter.com. When you go to tailgreeter.com, make sure you type in the event that you want to go to today. Just as a reminder, we're going to be announcing later on in the show the hotel links and the hotel partners that we have for each city. The Baltimore Beatdown, the Washington or the FedEx Takeover, and the Philly Finvasion. So we're going to have a guest on here early. After that, I'm going to bring on Ryan Keeling, who's the president of the Valley Fanatics Club and really good friend of mine and the person who's been helping me put all these events together. And we're just going to go through some announcements about that, and then we're going to get into Dalvin Cook watch. That's right. But excited for the show today. We got a great show lined up for you today. The Heat rally in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. We're going to get into all that. We're going to talk about Dalvin Cook. Just want to say good morning. What is up? Let me say hello to everybody in the chat that I haven't seen all weekend. Happy Monday to you. Got Marino's GOAT in the building. You were the first one here. Shout out to you, my guy. I got New Breed in here. My man Kurt is in the building with his looking eyes. What? Lamar's Bennett is in the building. Fins up. Bob Young. Morning all. Christian Wilkin days until kickoff. That's right. It is. Shout out to you, man. Who else do we got up in here this morning? Adam Sadowski. Fins up, y'all. Let's go Heat and Panthers. Canes 1989 is in the building. Good morning, Stephen and everyone. Dolphin Winters. Good morning. What's up, Dolphin Winters? My man's out here supporting the show always on social media by sharing the link. Make sure you hit the like button too if you haven't done so already, guys. Corey Walker, what's up, man? With the thumbs up. I like it. T. Jones is also in the building. What up, T. Jones? What's up, Stephen D? T. Jones, what's up, man? How are you? I like that little the logo you have in your thing, T. Jones. That's nice. I like that. John O'Harlan is in the building. What is going on? 716 Dolphin. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Super excited, man. We got a big show lined up for you today. You know, a lot of stuff went down this weekend. It was just a lot. Zach Turk, morning, Stephen. Just so y'all know, I got something big in the works, and I'm hoping that it comes to fruition. If I get a phone call and I go off the screen for a minute, anytime this morning, stay here because it's potentially huge, humongous news. And it'll be you know, really, really big. So I was making a lot of moves yesterday afternoon and into the evening, and just a lot going on. I think y'all are going to be excited. I got a lot. Let me just tell you, Miami Sports Music Podcast Network is growing, and the news that could potentially happen, fingers crossed, make some prayers that it comes to fruition, could be one of the biggest things we've ever done here on the podcast network. And I'm just hoping that happens. I'm hoping that happens. So fingers crossed that I get that couple of phone calls that I need this morning for that to go down. So be on the lookout, even when we go off the air this afternoon, for breaking news later this afternoon too. I'll do it on YouTube as well as social media because it's a big deal. That's how big it is. So if I can get everything set in stone and agreed to and signed on the dotted line, could be a big deal. All right. Yeah. So this weekend was a pretty fun weekend. Got to, watch NHL Stanley Cup playoffs or finals, Vegas Golden Knights, obviously, losing game one, but that's all right. Game two's tonight. We're going to get our revenge in Vegas. And obviously the same thing for the Heat, losing game one of the NBA finals. And then obviously game two being last night, and we got the dub. And so that was so big. And so I watched, pretty much sports all weekend, watched NASCAR this weekend. What else did I do? I hung out with the family this weekend, went to the pool. It was just a chill weekend. It was relaxing, which is pretty good because the next few days for me could be very, very busy. So, and maybe even some traveling in there too. So we'll have to see. What did y'all do this weekend? Huh? Did y'all hang out? T. Jones probably played some video games. He said that's my gaming logo. Trucker Sean, what's up, Trucker Sean? Good morning, Stephen. He said, good morning, Trucker Sean. How are you? All right, I'm just waiting for our guest to come on this morning. We got a big guest this morning. It should be good to go. You know what I'm wondering? Okay, all right, never mind. Okay. All right, without further ado, game two went down in the NBA Finals last night. And the person that I'm about to bring on, I've been trying to get on for a while. We've been playing tag for a long time to try to bring him on. But I love following him on social media. He's one of my favorite accounts to follow on Twitter. He does a lot of great stuff. He's a two-time Emmy Award-winning executive sports producer at WPLG down in Miami. And he's been pretty busy the last several days in Boston and in Denver. And now it looks like he's probably making his way back to Miami this morning, probably. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my man, David Dookie Lane. What is up, man? How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? Good to talk to you. Thank you so much for the really nice introduction. I appreciate it.
Well, dude, anybody who comes on my show has to have an introduction like that, man. That's how we have to do it, man.
Really nice, really nice. Just to correct something, I actually, when we go on the road, when our coverage goes on the road, I hold it down at home. So our crews go out, and I'm in the studio in Miami.
Dude, you've been busy though the last several days, right? You had Boston in Game 7, and then you had obviously first 2 games of the NBA Finals here, and I'm sure you've been doing stuff for the NHL Finals as well too. It's been insane for you.
Yeah, we have a crew right now in Las Vegas covering tonight's Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final, and we have a crew flying back from Denver, where they were for 8 days. They went straight from Boston to Denver. I think today is like my 10th or 11th straight day of working. Yeah,
man, I'm here for the grind.
Yeah, I'm actually in my daughter's bedroom. She's at school just because, like, I haven't seen her, so I'm like, oh, this is where she goes.
This is where they live. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids as well, and sometimes I'm stuck in my little hole here, and I'm like, do I have kids? Do I have a family? Where did they go? What did they do? I get it, man. So tell me a little bit, just so people know your background a little bit. You've been working at WPLG for a while now. Tell me your sports background, man. Tell me a little bit about how you do what you do.
I mean, I could go all the way back. So when I was a kid, my mom was the academic coordinator at the University of Miami. So my childhood, my very early childhood, was spent around the Canes, and we're talking from, my mom worked there from 83 to 89. Okay. So we're talking 2 national championships. We're talking about the great University of Miami teams. Mm-hmm. And, I had this crazy connection with them. Like, Russell Maryland once came to my house for Passover and stole my matzah. Like, Randall Hill and I played Nintendo in my room. He played for the Dolphins for a while, and like he used to like throw his fingers up like he did on the field. So I grew up around sports. Fast forward, I went to school at Duke. And while I was there, hence Dookie Lang.
Oh my God. You went to school at Duke? I don't know if we can talk anymore, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I grew up in North Carolina. I'm a Tar Heel fan all day when it comes to that.
I wouldn't have done this. You follow me on Twitter and you didn't notice all the Duke tweets?
No, it's funny because I've been following you for a couple of years now. And we've talked a few times.
From like October.
To be fair, Duke and UNC for the last couple of years have not been that great,
So they were both in the Final Four last year.
Well, championships are what count over in.
They are, but the Final Four is pretty good.
And after Roy Williams and Mike and Coach K left, who it's not. The same
John
anymore.
Shire and Hubert Davis. What's the problem? Next man up. So anyway. I went to Duke and I learned this love of college basketball. And I started doing a TV show when I was in college. And also at the end, my freshman summer, I started interning at WPLG, Channel 10. And I've been there ever since. So I started officially working there in 2003. So now it's 20 years, coming up on 20 years in August. And thank you. And I've worked in news, I've worked in sports, and then I moved officially to executive sports producer in 2012. So I was there for the Heatles for the last 3 years. I was there through the entire. I've been there since Dwayne Wade. Like I remember vividly being at Game 3 against Dallas in 2006.
You were there for the LeBron days. I
was there for the LeBron days, and I have to tell you, this stretch, pretty close to as busy because of the combination of the Heat and the Panthers.
Yeah.
It feels like the LeBron days, just in terms of how crazy it is.
The hype, right? The hype is real in South Florida right now. And it probably hasn't been this hype since the LeBron days, probably, I would assume.
Oh yeah. I mean, and this is so different for a couple of reasons. The first reason is nobody expected any of this. Like, this Heat team wasn't good during the regular season. Doesn't mean they weren't talented, doesn't mean they weren't capable, but they were not playing anywhere near to their capabilities for the majority of the regular season. And they almost lost the second playing game. They lost the first one.
They did, yeah.
They were that close to not making the playoffs, and they got in. Then all hell broke loose. And the crazy part is, the Florida Panthers had the same season. They were the number 1 seed last year, won the President's Trophy, and won their first playoff series since 1996. They beat the Capitals, and then they got swept by Tampa Bay. So this year they came back. They changed coach. They made this big trade to get Kachuk, sent away Huberdeau, and next thing you know, they're an 8 seed, and they're down to Boston, and boom, they get hot. But Sergei Bobrovsky, who wasn't very good through the regular season, becomes the greatest goalie in the world.
I know.
And here we are. The Panthers are in the Stanley Cup final. So to have 2 of these runs, 2 of these magical, ridiculous, out of nowhere runs happen at the same time in the same city with 2 8 seeds playing. I mean, we had the Stanley Cup final game 1 Saturday night. We have game 2 of the NBA finals last night. We have game 2 of the Stanley Cup final tonight. We have a day off Tuesday. Wednesday, we have the Heat game 3 at home. Thursday, we have the Panthers game 4 at home. Friday, we have the Heat game. I'm sorry, wait. Yeah, you get the point. I can't. It's just
that's all I know.
It's every single day. And this weekend, we're going to have home games for the Heat and Panthers Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's 4 straight days.
By the way, NHL finals and NBA finals in the same metropolitan area
8 times
is crazy to think about.
No teams won both, by the way. No teams won both. And I appreciate you saying metropolitan area, because a lot of people say, oh, the Heat are going down to South Beach and the Panthers are going down to South Beach. No, the Heat playing downtown Miami.
Yep.
And the Panthers playing Sunrise. One is in Broward, one is in Dade. They're different counties, different deals. I mean, they're all part of South Florida, but
they support both sides. And by the way, that's been one of the best parts about this whole thing, man, is seeing the Panthers at the Heat game and seeing the Heat at the Panthers game, which I will assume, because they're playing on alternate nights, that we will see some Panthers at one of the finals games and we'll see some Heat at some of the Stanley Cup finals games.
I don't know. During this time of year, like, I think early rounds, it's one thing. This is a really, really.
This is the championship.
It's a championship.
But it's the same metropolitan area, and I could see them saying, you know what? We need to decompress for a couple of hours. Let's go support our brethren.
Listen, Matthew
as a team, and vice versa.
Yeah, Matthew Tkachuk of the Panthers, who's kind of become this breakout star.
They called you the internet monster got you.
Yeah, he came to Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the heartbreaking one to Boston. But Tkachuk was there. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's pretty cool when Jimmy Butler was wearing a Matthew Tkachuk jersey in Boston on his, on the night before a game, dancing around a gym, getting a workout and wearing Tkachuk's jersey. I mean, the mutual support society that's going on between these two teams, it's a sports bonanza. Like, I keep telling people, tell my wife, because she's like, this is nuts. I'm like, I promise you, this has never happened down here. I don't know if it will ever happen again.
It's a very unique time to be a South Floridian and a sports fan in South Florida because of what's going on.
Yeah, my one of my great mentors was Jim Mad Dog Mandich, who used to work at WQAM, and he was the color commentator for the Dolphins for a very long time. Yep. And Jim had an expression, and this is a perfect manifestation of it. Jim said, you never know when the magic carpet ride is going to stop on your doorstep. And this is the magic carpet ride. And it just showed up. And here it is. And South Florida sports fans should enjoy the hell out of it, because it just came out of nowhere. Like, as much as people want to talk about how great this Heat team is, and they are, and all the wonderful things they're doing, there were not people when they were losing in the second playing game who were like, don't worry, they're going to go to the finals. They're going to win in Denver, where they haven't won in 7 years. Then they're going to take it back to the crib and finish it up. Like, nobody thought any of this was going to happen. And it's happening. That's why we like sports. It's this unscripted beauty.
It's why I love sports. I mean, so for me, growing up in North Carolina, I always kind of, I've always been a Miami Dolphins fan ever since I was a little kid. And I always like college basketball more than I ever like pros. And if you don't know, I'm a huge LeBron James fan. So, but for years I've followed LeBron, but I've always kept a close eye on the Heat. And when he went to the Heat, was the best 4 years of my life being a Miami Dolphins fan. And now LeBron in the city that you love, and it was beautiful for me. So now that I've gotten to watch the Heat at a close eye, especially ever since the LeBron days, it's so great to see what Eric Spoelstra has done to this team. And I watched last night's game and I said, you know what? I don't know if any other team in the NBA would be able to do what the Heat is doing with the talent that the Heat have on their roster, or less than, whatever you want to say, because I think Spoelstra is the X factor. And I think that's one of the things for me that's been so fun to watch this Heat run, is seeing Eric Spoelstra, who, if you've been in the business 20 years, I know that you've seen Eric when he was probably in his days as, the video guy in Miami, and now he's a Hall of Fame, first ballot, potentially head coach in
So,
the NBA.
yeah, I'll tell you a couple of funny stories about that. When I first got started, when Dwayne Wade first came into the league, he could score, but he could not shoot. Couldn't shoot. He was not an outside shooter. And every game that we would go down and do live shots for Heat games, before the game, there was an assistant coach out there basically teaching Dwayne to shoot every day, working with him, and it was Eric Spoelstra. And you started to hear talk about, hey, this Spoelstra guy is going to be the next head coach. Whenever Riley's done, this is going to be the guy. And I remember I was at a restaurant. They have a place down here, Gordon Biersch, which isn't even open, but it was a lunch place. I was sitting with my buddy, and Spo was like 2 tables down. I looked at my friend. I said, "You see that guy over there with a little Heat polo?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "That dude's going to be the next coach of the Heat." It's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's an assistant coach. They love him. Riley loves him, and there he is. And I think he would push back on this idea that these guys are not talented. I think they are talented. I think Gabe Vincent can play. I think Max Strus can play. I think Duncan Robinson can play. I think these guys are obviously outperforming. Look, what's a team supposed to do, right? When you have a good team, the individual parts are not how you judge a team. A team is how players perform together collectively. And the reality of this Heat team
It's a team.
is collectively they're better than their quote unquote individual, expectations would be. And so Duncan Robinson coming in the fourth quarter of a finals game, a guy who his whole career was a spot up shooter, and scoring and impacting the game, not by shooting, but by driving to the basket and power moves. I want you to think about this with Duncan Robinson, okay? This is a guy who came out of Michigan, undrafted, gets to the Heat, total dynamic, explosive shooter, one of the best shooters in the world, gets a $90 million contract and forgets how to shoot. Just forgets how to shoot. Can't shoot, is bad, gets benched. People want to run him out of town. Everybody's talking about the problem with the Heat is Duncan's contract, this, that, and the other. Starts to lose his confidence. So he goes from like a great story of working his way up to everybody just trashing him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he do? He starts enhancing his game. He starts adding new layers to his game. He developed the ability to drive. And now we look at Duncan Robinson, and he's doing that on the biggest stage when his number's called. That's a team. Udonis Haslem has an expression, the whole team's adopted it, which is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And that is this team. They all stay ready. Max Strus went 0 for 10 in game one. One of the worst finals performances you'll ever see. Couldn't hit He hit his first 3 or 4 shots last night. They got out to a 10-2 lead because of Strus. Why? Now, why did that happen? On the off day, Jimmy Butler was asked, what do you say to your guys after a performance like that? And Jimmy said, I tell them that I'm going to keep making the right basketball play. And if you miss the first 10 shots, on the 11th, if you're open, I'm going to throw you the ball. So what does that do? When your best player is infusing you with confidence, when your best player believes in you, that means something. And so this Heat team has taken on all the belief that is being given to them by Eric Spoelstra and by Jimmy Butler. A team. And I'll give you another example. Last night during the broadcast, Jeff Van Gundy kind of had a little fun with Kevin Love, had the ball, and Gabe Vincent was open in the corner, and Love didn't pass him the ball, and he missed him. It was a wide open 3. And afterwards, Love went over and gave him a hug. I was like, sorry, dude, and gave him a hug. And Jeff Van Gundy's like, aren't we? We're going a little far with the hugging, and why are we hugging each other?
I can't stand Jeff Van Gundy, just to be fair.
But I looked at that and I'm like, and I actually like both Van Gundys. I think they're very smart. But I understand he was trying to be funny, so I don't have a problem with him trying to be funny. But I feel like he missed an opportunity because people are trying to understand, why is this Heat team so good? That's why.
The unity.
Because they're a team.
Yep.
They're a band of brothers. They are, like, all that stuff which people want in a sports team when they have their children play youth athletics. That's what this team is. This team is a collective that is better than the individuals. That's coaching. And as great as Nikola Jokic is, and he's phenomenal. Last night, he
dropped 41 points last night.
He did, but he wasn't dishing out assists. And he's a lot more dangerous when he's passing than when he's scoring.
He got a double-double, but he didn't get that triple-double.
And he had more turnovers than assists.
He did.
So that was a conscious choice by the Heat. Very And the other tactical move that Spo made last night, besides kind of, and Spo denied it and said, oh, it's untrained eye to say that we just made him into a passer instead of a scorer. They did. But the other thing they did is by starting Kevin Love last night, it wasn't about Love.
That came out of nowhere, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I was.
I mean, Love started for a lot of the playoffs.
So smart.
The reason they did it was really simple. And it had nothing to do with Kevin Love. By starting Kevin Love, they freed up Jimmy Butler to cover Jamal Murray.
Yep.
And the Heat made a conscious decision. Jimmy's their best individual defender. They said, we are not going to let Murray do what he did in game one. And when Murray didn't do what he did in game one, and by the way, when the Heat knock down shots, last night they shot 48% from the field, but they also shot 48% from three. When the Heat hit their three-pointers, they can beat anybody, including Denver, which they hadn't done for 7 years.
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. I have the great David Lang, a.k.a. Dookie Lang. By the way, I love that name, Dookie, by the way.
Thank you.
In here chatting with us, Emmy Award-winning producer at WPLG. Let's kind of go into what does it look like over the next several days in South Florida with the Heat and the Panthers being at the prime or in the front of the sports world. How is Miami going to be able to showcase to the rest of the world how great South Florida truly is with these two teams being in the respective championships?
Well, anyone from out of town is going to come here and immediately be impressed. I mean, most of these national people are based in New York, and I don't think they've seen anything like South Florida. Just the food, the people, the weather, and then the teams. And by the way, spoiler alert, the fans have been great. The fans have been awesome. Both teams are hosting watch parties for every game. The Panthers have like 15,000 people in an empty arena, with empty ice, watching it, projecting on a big screen, going nuts for every goal. The Heat had a road rally last night. The place was going absolutely bonkers when that last shot missed. So I think the one thing that South Florida does better than most any place in the world is big events. That's why they have Super Bowls here. That's why the World Cup's going to be here. It's why college national championships come here, because this is a place that is beautiful year-round and can handle really big events. So I think this will be a showcase for South Florida, but it's not the first showcase, and it's certainly not going to be the last showcase. People want to come here.
All right, let's get into the hockey real quick. How does Florida win game 2 tonight? Because they look like they were outmanned and outgunned in game 1. They just didn't look comfortable. They never got into their rhythm, and I don't know what to say. All I want to know is, how are they going to win game 2 in Vegas tonight?
I don't think they're going to be flustered by anything that happened in game 1. I mean, you have to remember, first of all, they got the first goal, right? So it's not like they came in and totally wet the bed in that game. They, in the first period, Eric Stahl had that shorthanded goal to put them up 1-0. Vegas came back. Vegas scored. Vegas took a lead. End of the second period, Anthony Duclair scored. It was 2-2. So it's 2-2 going into the third period. They didn't have a good third period. They would tell you they didn't have a good third period. There was definitely some breakdowns there. Sergei Bobrovsky, their goalie, who's been unbelievable, otherworldly.
He's the reason that they're in the finals. I don't care
He
what
is.
anybody says.
Matthew Tkachuk had 3 overtime winners in the Eastern Conference Finals.
But without Bob's play between the goal post, I mean, come on.
No, that's true. No, Bob was amazing. Bob was like the wall behind me, right? But the issue. So I think the issue for Bob was just, it wasn't like there were bad goals. It was one-on-one. He got beat. It was just he was getting blocked. Like, Vegas is really good. I think that's something to keep in mind. When you get to this level, I mean, the Denver Nuggets are really good. Las Vegas Golden Knights are really good.
Vegas is better than their pregame ceremonies. That's all I know.
I mean, I like medieval times. It's fun. I can't.
It didn't translate well to the TV screen. That's all I know. It is good in person, but it did not translate well to the TV.
It reminds me so much. Every time I see that, I think of Cable Guy, and I think of not just Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick, but Janine Garofalo with the random spoiler as the very over it waitress who's like, they didn't have forks in medieval times, therefore we don't have forks at medieval times. And they're like, bring me my thing. And she's like, dude, I got a lot of tables. I think of that line all the time. Dude, I got a lot of tables.
I'm a big movie guy. Look, if we start doing stuff, more of these, you're going to start seeing the Ace Ventura Pet Detective lines come out, and I can do them for days, man. Days. There you
go. Dude, I got a lot of tables. But to answer your question, how do the Panthers win? They play like they've been playing for the last 2 months. Mm-hmm. They have Matthew Tkachuk continue to cause havoc around the net. Alexander Barkov comes up with a crazy goal. Carter Verhaeghe, who's been super, super clutch. They call him Swaggy down here. He can come up with something. They have enough guys. I don't think there's a super giant talent disparity. And the other thing is Paul Maurice, the head coach. I think the cool thing about him is he always seems to have his finger on like the right thing to say at the right moment, right? So he's in his news conference after game 1. They just lost 5-2. They had a bad third period, right? It was 2-2 going into the third period. They give up the go-ahead goal, and that from there it kind of snowballs. They give up another goal and an empty netter. So I think 5-2 looked worse than it was just because it kind of all happened late. But Paul Maurice is like talking. He's like, yeah, we learned a lot from the Boston series. We got better. And he feels the room. He goes, everyone needs to chill the bleep out. Relax. And I think that sort of joke, that sort of attitude, that sort of ability to be like, okay, we're gonna be fine. That sort of
have that coolness in that moment of being like, it's good. Don't even sweat it.
I don't look. All that Vegas did in game 1 is hold serve. That's it. They held serve. Because if the Panthers hold serve, all they got to do is win 1 in Vegas. They got 4 shots. That's every playoff series. Now, going down 0-2, that's a problem because then you got to win 4 out of 5 against a very, very good team. So, the funny thing, I don't know how tonight's game is going to go, but if it follows the whole season, whatever the Heat do, the Panthers do. Heat won last night.
Panthers are going to win tonight, man.
Would not shock me.
You heard it here, folks.
I don't do predictions just because.
You got to live with this one. You predicted it. You said it's going down.
I'll always look foolish. It's a hockey puck. It can bounce one way or the other.
You're right.
It bounces one way, I'm smart. It bounces another, I'm an idiot. That's why I don't make predictions.
It's been so fun watching this. And like I said, I've been having a lot of fun talking with you and interacting with you on Twitter throughout this whole thing. You're busy the next few days. Actually, probably for the next week and a half. You're probably just going crazy. I'd love to have you on again next week. Where can people find all your stuff, and where can they find the best news coverage and sports news coverage in South Florida?
Well, there you go. Well, you can follow me at Dookie Lang at DUKIELANG. And feel free to watch Local 10, which is WPLG, the ABC station in South Florida. And we'll be with the Heat and the Panthers for the rest of the way. And maybe there'll be parade. Maybe there'll be parade. Maybe there'll be parades.
Parades.
Never happened before.
No, so I have a question real quick about this. Since you brought it up.
Yep.
Is it possible? Is it plausible on any level that the Panthers and the Heat can have a parade together?
I thought about it. It's funny you say that. I thought about that. I mean, you could, right? Because you could start like I said, the Heat are a Dade County, which is the more southern county, and the Panthers are Broward. If the Panthers win, they're going to have a boat parade in Fort Lauderdale. Now, are you going to start your joint parade in downtown Miami, down Biscayne Boulevard, which is the main street across from the arena, and then take it all the way up to Broward and put them on boats? I don't know. To be honest with you, first of all, the odds of it happening are very, very unlikely just because it's never happened before. Could. Not
There's a first for everything.
There is. I think each team would want to celebrate their own excellence and have their own day.
I agree. That's where I think
I mean, I think there's definitely some crossover. I think there's definitely a mutual appreciation and a mutual enjoyment for each other and a mutual respect, which is really fun. Fans love it. It's really cool to see the crossover between the two teams. But I think each individual squad, if you win a championship, you kind of deserve your own day and your own parade and your own keys to the city and all of the glory that goes with winning a championship. I would think that each of them would want to have that. But it's never happened, so who knows? I think it would be unlikely, but I think it'd be super cool.
All right. Last thing I got for you before you get out of here. Are you familiar with the Honorable Solo D, the rapper who did the Turnover Chain song back in the day? Turnover Chain.
I would say that my knowledge of hip hop probably ended in the early 90s. I was really big on like De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest and Pharcyde.
No, that's all you need to know, man. That's all you need to know.
I was really big on that, but ever since like the Little era has begun.
Little era.
Other than Lil Dicky, because I watched Dave on FX.
I love Dave.
Yeah. It's my favorite show.
We might be soulmates, man, because we watch the same stuff. I love Dave.
Other than Lil Dicky, I don't really know any of the Lils. So I did hear the Turnover Chain song as a long answer.
So Solo D's the one who created Miami sports music, which is what we're on. He's been my best friend for years. Did you know he came out with a song recently about the Florida Panthers called "Go Cats Go"?
Oh, can you play it?
That's what I'm about to do. I want you to watch the song. It's about a minute. It's about a minute and a half long. The video was released the other day, and I'm gonna play it right now for you. And I want to get your reaction. I want you to hear it. You ready?
Yeah, hit me.
All right, like it. Here we go. This is the Honorable Solo D. This is Go Cats Go.
Panthers fans, it's time to get out of your seats. Get on your feet. It's time to get loud in this place. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go, Cats, go. You know what's up when we raise the cup, say go, Cats, go. We getting out when they light the lamp, say go, Cats, go. Since 93, won't get the reset. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go. You know what's up when we raise the cup, say go, Cats, go. We getting out when they light the lamp, say go, Cats, go. Since 93, won't get the reset. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go. South Florida, one tribe. Throw your hands up one time. All the way past West Palm. Exit 1 back to Sunrise. We FLA live. On the ice, it's a skate grind. Going hard every period. Game time is a great time. In practice, not average. Whole team will go savage. In the game, we get hat tricks with hard hits and rat tricks. That's victory. And Ted Stanley can sit with me if we watch live with the Pets fans right with me. Screaming out, let's make history. Saying, go, Cats, go. You know what's up when we raise the cup, say go, Cats, go. We getting out when they light the lamp, say go, Cats, go. Since 93, won't get the reset. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go. You know what's up when we raise the cup, say go, Cats, go. We getting out when they light the lamp, say go, Cats, go. Since 93, won't get the reset. Go, Cats, go. Go, Cats, go.
We've been underdogs since the start, even before playoffs, so we don't really care what.
What'd you think, man? What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty cool. I really like amped and lamp. I thought that was a very nice rhyme scheme. It's great. It was fun. It's funny. They have a problem with, they lack a goal song, right? Mm-hmm. They had this song last year. I can't remember the name. Oh, Sweetness is the name of the song. Whoa. I'm sure you've heard it. It's like an alt rock song. and everybody hated it, so they got rid of it. And then they let the individual players start picking their own goal songs, which is a mess. Because if you think about how often there's like a goal, and then they're like, the goal goes to number 27. Actually, that goal has been changed to number 2. So, like, what are you going to change? It happens all the time. So I think they're desperately in need of a goal song. So maybe send that over. I could see people rocking out to that.
Look, man, I think it's a great song, and we're trying to hype it up, man. So if you guys want to use that on Channel 10, let us know, man. We'll send you all this stuff, man, because I think it'd be it's such a great
So
song.
this is the same guy who did the turnover chain song?
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
I've had worse story pitches before. I will take it under advisement. That's an interesting idea.
Dookie, man, thank you so much for coming on. I want to see you here next week if you're able to, so we can kind of recap everything and how this week went in Miami with all the finals.
Just what did the kids say? Slide into my DMs.
Slide into your DMs. I will slide into your DMs.
Slide
man.
into my DMs.
Go Tar Heels. That's all I know. Go Tar Heels.
I don't know what the implications of that are. I was joking with someone yesterday. I'm like, it's not like I had kids and suddenly I became uncool. I'm like, no. I was already, and then I had kids and I became even less, in touch with it. But yeah,
look, I do dad jokes all the time to my kids, and I make them like the worst and the corniest stuff ever. So you're good with me. You're good.
Okay, excellent. All right, yeah. So feel free to slide into my DMs and we can do this again.
Look, you're the man, and this was so much fun having you on, and I look forward to having you on more in the future. And we got the Dolphins too. By the way, you think Dalvin Cook's coming here? Yes or no?
Someone asked me that. One of my friends asked me that yesterday, and I said, respectfully, I haven't said the word Dolphins in like 3 months. I'm like, it's normally this is the time of year where we're dissecting tweets of Tua's football twirling. I can tell you Dalvin Cook is awesome. He's really good. I can tell you he's local, right? He's from South Florida.
He's a local guy.
I think this offense is going to be incredible, and I think he would be, a great addition to it. But I have no great insight into whether they're going to do it or not. I know Mike McDaniel has a lot of backs that he's already comfortable with and he's already familiar with.
Von Achane's going to be a beast. I love that kid.
Yeah, and if they had to roll out with what they had today, I'm sure he'd be happy. But I also think you don't say no to a guy of Dalvin Cook's stature. So to answer your question, I don't know.
We can talk for days, man. Let me let you out of here. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me this morning. You have a good one, okay?
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dookie Lane, Channel 10. Doing big things out here. I love it. Love it, man. That was awesome. That is shout out to him. I've been trying to get him on the show for a while now. And man, he's as advertised. He's awesome. Go check out his Twitter. That's the reason I wanted him on, because his Twitter game is strong. I like it. Hope you all enjoyed that. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna switch gears for a second. So, obviously, you guys know that I've been working really hard to try to set these tailgate tour up. And there's been a lot that's gone on with it recently. And so we've been working really hard behind the scenes to try to get, a lot of stuff to go down the way that, we obviously wanted it to go down as far as hotel stuff and everything. So I had the opportunity to bring in a really good friend onto this last year. And his name is Ryan. And Ryan Keeling is the president of the Valley Fanatics fan club. And one of the things that was important to me while we were doing this was keeping it, oriented from a standpoint of how do we get the local fan clubs involved with this. And, he's been really instrumental on helping me do that. And so one of the things that I'm truly excited about is the hotel partnerships that we've made over the last several weeks, and he's been a huge integral part of that. So I'm going to bring him on right now. live from either Northern Virginia or West Virginia. I don't know where he's at. He's in his car. He looks like ZZ Top. He looks like a homeless person, but I love him. He's my brother from another mother. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Keeling.
Do homeless people rep DWA swag?
Homeless people do not rep DWA.
What's
Shout
up with
out
that,
to
man? Look, I have had a morning of all mornings. All right. This
I
has
was
been
like, you were
ridiculous.
supposed to be at home. What happened?
All right. So first of all, I had a doctor's appointment with my orthopedic this morning at 9, and it was 10 by the time I got out of there, which is when we were supposed to be on. This should have been like a 10-minute post-surgical follow-up from a surgery I had in December. That's supposed to be the last appointment. So I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs for 40 minutes waiting my turn when I should have been gone 30 minutes prior. Get home.
Are you blaming me? That sounds like you're blaming me.
No. Thankfully, you had to push this back to 10:30. I get home and my internet's out. Comcast is out here doing some plant work or something. They've got my whole neighborhood's internet is out right now. I had it all set up. I had my laptop. You'd be so proud of me. I had my laptop out. I had my microphone set up. I was going to be a legit professional for you today. And my internet was out. The internet was out. So I couldn't do that.
So your crappy internet in West Virginia.
No, Comcast is doing plant work. They knocked the whole, and they took everybody offline for like a 3 square mile area that they're working on right now.
Did you tell them that you had to do the #1 Miami fan morning show this morning?
I did, and they said we don't care.
Sure, that's what they said.
So then I had a backup plan of I have one of those little ring light things that's got the phone clip, and I was setting it up. I had like a nice Dolphins flag in my background, but everybody in my neighborhood is all on their cell phones, so the cell network is congested. So I kept getting kicked off while I was trying to get everything set up. So now I drove to Sheets to get on the free Wi-Fi.
You drove to Sheets specifically to get on the, that's dedication. I have to give you that much. It's dedication at minimum. So I appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
As well, you should.
#1, the people, you've been working really, really hard behind the scenes about the hotels. Kind of tell the people just briefly so that we can get into each city what we did, how, interesting this process was of finding a hotel that worked for everybody.
Well, it started out with just hopping on Google Maps and physically drawing circles around the stadiums with the hotel option turned on and seeing what we could figure out. And then while we were in Philadelphia on our excursion to check things out up there, we made a contact with a sales manager at a hotel there, and that got us turned into got us contact with national hotel sales rep, so we could try and work out deals in multiple.
And by the
cities.
way, this isn't something that just happened overnight. This is something.
No. This was
multiple phone calls, multiple waiting. We were hoping to release all this stuff early last week, actually probably the week before.
I've been making phone calls to hotels since February.
Yeah.
Trying to get a head start on everything, and nobody would talk to me until
the schedule release came out.
Until the schedule came out, we had nothing. So then when I got on with the national sales reps from a couple of these hotel chains, they set me up with local hotels in each of the areas, and then their local reps were calling me, so I didn't have to go through all the headache of calling them anymore. They were reaching out to me, they were emailing me, calling me, giving me all their quotes, and then through talking with them, looking at online reviews of all the locations, taking proximity to the stadium and to our events into consideration, we made our decisions.
We did. All right, let's start out. What city do you want to start out first?
Why don't we start out? Let's start out with Baltimore. Baltimore is the one we were in last year. People are familiar with the Baltimore event from last year. So let's go over Baltimore.
So the Baltimore is the Hampton Inn by Hilton. We partnered up with them, the Baltimore Bayview campus location. It's amazing. It's got a pool, indoor pool. It's got all you can eat breakfast. It is minutes away from Jimmy's Famous Seafood, which is where we're doing the Saturday night meet and greet at. And the best part is the price. I think is the price, especially during New Year's Eve weekend.
It's the best price that we got for all three cities. And yeah, we're talking New Year's Eve weekend, so the price we got is incredible.
So it's $119, and that's whether you want a single or a double bed. And there's limited availability. So once they are gone, they're gone. So, I just dropped the link for the Baltimore beatdown one right now. And I'm gonna
just to throw in also with everybody, not just the free breakfast in the indoor pool, there is also a 24-hour fitness center.
Ooh.
I know.
That's what we're doing in Baltimore on New Year's Eve for the game.
I know some people don't like to miss a day in the gym, so you've got that covered. And they do for those of you that don't want to leave your. For those of you that have issues with fur babies, they do offer pet-friendly rooms as well. I hate that I just said fur babies. I take it back. I take it back.
I will let you know that on Tailgreeter now on the Baltimore Beatdown link, there is a $50 round trip bus ticket from the hotel to the tailgate and back. So if you guys want to park at the hotel, or if you guys are coming in and flying into Baltimore for this event, and how do I get to the stadium for the tailgate in the game? $50 round trip gets you we got a bus, and it gets you to the stadium at the tailgate and back to the hotel after the game. So that's pretty dope too. You can buy that bus ticket on Tailgreeter. You need to buy that as soon as possible, so that way we can go ahead and purchase the stuff for the bus. So make sure y'all get your bus tickets ASAP. As well as there's limited availability for the hotel in Baltimore, so make sure you do that. All right, next up is Washington, D.C., which is probably my favorite one.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh, Washington, D.C. is a fun one. So Washington, D.C. is actually our most expensive of the hotels for these three cities. It is Washington, D.C. We are staying at the Hampton Inn by Hilton, White House location. We are a 7-minute walk from the White House. And it's about a 15-minute walk or a 15-minute metro ride, whichever way you want to go, to get up to the Admiral, where we are having our Saturday night meet and greet.
Yep.
And then same thing, we'll have the bus round trip. We have all the same amenities at this one as we do in Baltimore. The free hot breakfast, indoor pool, 24-hour fitness center for the gym rats, and pet-friendly rooms for those that need that. This one does have on-site parking fees for anybody that's more localish that's going to be driving in. It is $49 per night for parking. We have looked, and that's actually one of the cheapest parking lots in this area. That's one of the cheapest parking options in this area. So unfortunately, downtown Washington, D.C. charges a lot for parking.
They do, but I don't think a lot of people that are coming in are going to be if you fly into Reagan,
fly into Reagan, people, not
fly into
Dulles,
Reagan.
Fly into Reagan.
Don't fly into Dulles, fly into Reagan, take an Uber
or the metro
hotel, or the metro right to the hotel. You don't even need to rent a car, and so you're good on that. And then it's a $50 round trip bus ticket from the hotel to the tailgate and back. So, make sure you're good with that as well. So
now
we're excited.
A fun
availability on that.
What?
Go ahead. I said limited availability on that too.
I was saying a fun little side note on this hotel. The room availability for our group starts on November 30th, which is the Thursday before the game.
Yes.
November 30th is the same date, for those of you who are into this sort of thing, is the same date as the National Tree Lighting Ceremony, which is at the National Christmas Tree whatever spot right at the White House. So it's like a 10-minute walk to get to the National Tree Lighting Ceremony from the hotel. So for those of you who are into that sort of thing, from best I can tell, it's a lottery to get tickets to go to that. It's free, but you have to apply for a lottery. And best I can tell online is like I think October is when you can start applying for lottery tickets for that. So that's a fun thing. But regardless, we're a 10-minute walk. So even if you don't go to if you can't get out on Thursday or go to the tree lighting ceremony itself, you know, we're right around the corner. You can walk and check out the National Christmas Tree for that weekend while we're there. That is also probably why it's the most expensive part of why it's the most expensive room of our trio, because it's the weekend of the National Tree Lighting Ceremony. That being said, it's still incredible at the rates that we got.
It is. It is. And last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and do Philadelphia. Tell us about Philly.
Philadelphia, we went away from the Hilton properties. We have selected the Holiday Inn Express. It's about 10 minutes from Miller's Ale House, where we're having our Saturday night meet and greet. So that's pretty awesome. It's about a 15 to 20-minute Uber ride from the airport. So you will have to Uber from the airport to get over there. But beyond that, it's hands down the best price we were able to get anywhere in the Philadelphia area in the vicinity of the stadium. And it also had some of the highest online reviews that we saw of all the hotels looking through that area. Same thing in DC though. Everyone in this area in Philly charges for parking. So it is $32 a night for parking for those of you that are going to be driving in. But if you're just coming in on like, you know, Saturday or Sunday for the game or whatever, it's still cheaper than parking at the stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you all check that out. The links I'm going to have up, they're already posted on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm going to put them in the description here after the show. I meant to put them in this morning, never did it. Just so busy doing a million other things.
We do have free hot breakfast at that one also.
Yes. So free breakfast at all these locations.
And a fitness center, a little gym, but that one's not 24 hours. I believe they're open until 11 p.m., 9 p.m.
I think you're right.
Something like that. So it's not 24-hour gym, but they do have a gym on site as well. And the free hot breakfast. But sorry, no pool this time. And no pet-friendly rooms for those who care about that. All the rooms we are getting are non-smoking rooms, FYI. For all three locations. So go outside to smoke, you dirty smokers.
Dirty smokers. All right. FedEx Takeover, Hampton Inn by Hilton. The link will be in the chat here. The link is already in the chat for that one. Philadelphia is too long of a link, so I'm having a difficult time putting that link in the chat. But like I said, it's already on all of our social media, which you can find at Stephen DSKPL or Miami Sports Music or the Facebook groups of the Philly Finvasion, the FedEx Takeover, and the Baltimore Beatdown. Ryan, I could not do this without you, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
Much love.
I love you, man. You're the man, brother.
I'm gonna go drink.
It's 11 a.m.
Yeah, it's my wife's birthday. I'm gonna go drink.
I ain't mad at you.
That's right.
Man. Shout out to the missus. She's the best.
Let's do it.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Be good, man.
All right, later.
Yep. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. So much going on. So much. Just to kind of tell you, I am working through the background here at the same time as I'm hosting the show for a potential big news dropping either later today or that has to do with an opportunity to win some tickets to maybe an NBA Finals game. I don't know. So I'm hoping that comes to fruition here soon. Just forget what I just said if that doesn't come to fruition, but just know that I'm in the process of trying to do that. So we'll see what happens. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow, hit the like button. Let's do it all. All right. It is Monday, the 5th of this wonderful month of June of the 2023, and we're still on Dalvin Cook watch. Look, there's championship games going on with the Heat and the Panthers, and people are excited about that. Let's not get it twisted. But football season is still every day, all day here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. And I know that a lot of us are thinking about, are the Dolphins going to get Dalvin Cook? What's going to happen? I'm not sure. It'll be very interesting to see. So I am hoping that it comes to fruition. So we're waiting, and I'm obviously refreshing and seeing what happens. It'll be very interesting to see how this all comes to play. But I know a lot of you have a lot to say about the Dolphins, the Dalvin Cook situation, and a lot. So I'm going to do a mini Dolphin Chat Monday. So I'm going to open up the link for y'all to come on and hang out with us. The link is in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. And let's talk, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about, it is open. If y'all have a question, you want me to answer it, put it in the chat or come up here. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. But, I'm opening up the show to y'all today on Monday because maybe, I don't know, there might not be a Wednesday show because of some big news. We don't know yet. We don't know. There could be, there could not be, but I'm opening up the show. Get up here. Let's talk. Let's hang out. Let's have a good show. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Whew, a lot. There's so much. Like I got my phone here. I got the internet over here. I am dialed in this morning, trying to host the show, trying to make sure all this stuff comes to fruition. I got a phone call earlier this morning that I couldn't take because I was in the middle of the interview. Just so much. We'll have to see. All right, get up here. Where are y'all at? I opened up the link. Y'all said you all wanted me to open up the link. I opened it up, but I don't see y'all. Where y'all at? Where they at though? Where y'all watching the Panthers game tonight? There might be a place to watch game 3 in South Florida. Don't know yet. Just waiting. I'm dropping little hints for you. I'm just waiting to get this one phone call. And if this one phone call comes, I'm gonna be so happy. So we're gonna see. How that goes down. All right, come on, get up here. All right, first person up here, ladies and gentlemen, Batman. Good morning, Batman. How are you?
Hey, good morning, Steven. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. How are you, man?
Pretty good, man. We got some sun today, at least here in Miami. It's been on and off with the rain, but hey, it's a new day, new week. We're gonna conquer this week, and we're waiting for big news, like you said. Dalvin Cook watch is out. It seems like the Vikings are pushing back and they're trying to hold on to him because they know that he's coming to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing hardball right now.
You think that's what Minnesota's doing?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. It just came out on Saturday.
Here's my theory about the Minnesota situation, right? With the Dalvin Cook. Minnesota, I think, is trying to do everything in their power to keep him, but they want to keep him at their price and they want to keep him on their terms. And Dalvin knows that he has a market to get a better offer somewhere else, whether that be South Florida or whatever. But he knows that. And
I think at this point, Vikings are past them because they've been since the end of last season. They've been hyping up their backup, Dalvin's backup.
They should do that. Let me ask you: if you had a star player on your team, knowing that he's a star player, knowing that he can still produce in the NFL, and you know that, hey, look, we might have to get rid of him because of contract, because whatever. How's our fan base going to react to this? Of course, you hype up the person behind you. Now, to be fair, I think the hype is real for that new running back in Minnesota. But I would also say that it behooves Minnesota to hype that kid up too, because it sells to their fan base. Doesn't matter if we get rid of Dalvin Cook. It's irrelevant because this kid's the next big thing. It behooves them to do that. You there?
This is my what? Am I getting chopped up? I mean, I'm in a bad area.
No, you're good. You're good. You're on mute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, so I get what you're saying, But this is the way I see it. When you hype up your second stringer and you're coming out and saying that you think Madison could be a 3-down back, and you're praising your rookie that you brought in, thinking he could be a 3-down back, you're basically telling Dalvin, hey, we're good without you. So if you want to take this pay cut or so it's again, from what I've been told, because like I said, I spoke to Dalvin a couple of weeks ago, and then you spoke to the agent a couple of weeks back, and from what I've been told, his agent has already informed the Vikings he wants out. So
that much I do know. That much I do know that Hiller has. There's been backdoor conversations with his agent, and basically the gist of it is, look, if you're not going to give us what you want, let us go so that we can just move on. Is basically what the gist of it was.
Right, pretty much. And we're just waiting. I know that everybody every day, as soon as I jump off, they're gonna be like, "Hey, Steven, we're waiting." It's Monday, June the 5th. Where's Dalvin?
There's no time clock for Minnesota. Minnesota has all the time in the world. They can drag this thing out in theory till training camp, and hell, even into the season. Now, I don't think they will into the season, but
they could do it till August, I think.
They could do it till August easily until they get a good offer from somebody.
Right. And at this point, I mean,
unless they wanted to free up their own cap space for something.
Right. And that's the thing, because with my understanding, they wanted to do that to free up that $9.6 million for their cap space if they cut them. But I mean, look,
let me ask you, did Minnesota, do you know if Minnesota had money during the draft? Like, did they have cap space already?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their cap space situation was, but I do know that they were intrigued by the option of cutting him to save that 9.6. So whether they needed the money for somebody else or they didn't have any money, they were intrigued with that idea. I mean, at the end of the day, think about it like this, Steven. Let's say you have a running back in your team that's under contract, that's making little to nothing, and you feel as a franchise that you're not losing too much production by bringing this guy by keeping the second stringer, and you can save 9.6 million. You're probably going to go and take your second stringer and run with it. I get the fan base, but listen, they've already started promoting stuff without Dalvin on it. Billboards, flyers, posters, their page, everything. Dalvin's not in it.
All right, hold on. So that if I'm reading this right now, they currently have 9.7 million in cap space, and they can free up another 9 million by releasing Dalvin.
Yeah, they could free up 9.6 extra if they release him. But my thing was with the whole
no-brainer.
With the deadline stuff, like I don't
understand why they're keeping him then. Like if that's the case, like so there's more to this story is what I'm saying, Batman. And I think ultimately there's a theory that could be told that Minnesota wants to keep him in some way, shape, or form, but on their terms. And because there's no other reason for them to keep him. Let me bring in somebody else to the conversation. My brother from another mother, Lewis. What's up, Lewis?
What up, Lewis?
What's up? What's going on, fellas?
My guy, how are you?
Good, man. Another day in paradise. Can't complain.
Hey, Dalvin Cook tweeted 35 minutes ago, never desperate, number 4 with a purple heart, with him running through, with a thing here. I know that one of the things on the Dalvin Cook watch that we'll all do is interpret, say that 5 times fast. I know I'm not saying it the right way. Every single tweet that Dalvin Cook does until something happens with Dalvin, or some official news happens with him, because I mean, this could be interpreted as, hey, look, he's, saying I'm not desperate. I can just sit here and chill. Y'all know my worth. Or the number 4 with the purple heart could be, hey, look, I still got love for the Vikings and I want to stay here.
He's staying in Minnesota. You know why I'm up here. It is June 5th, and a bunch of people told me June 1st he was going to be a Dolphin. You know why I'm up here, Steven. All right? We might as well call this Wildin' Out Monday, because let's get it started. Dalvin Cook is staying.
Lewis, let me ask you. You know something I thought about since
I'm just
Saturday. I've been
playing,
thinking
Batman.
about this. I've been thinking about this, and I think for the fan base, you remember how we were talking about Dalvin Cook, and we're saying, is it a want, a need? All right, let's forget about that for a second, and I want to see if you guys agree to this. Guys like Pete, and yes, I'm calling out Pete. Guys that are optimistic about the team and they feel like that we don't have enough or we don't got what it takes. I think a Dalvin Cook addition to this team can drive some of those, I won't call them haters, but I'll call them fans that are optimistic about the new season coming up. And it'll make them change their stance a bit and be more positive. What do you think about that?
If we get Dalvin Cook,
Yeah.
no. Listen, if you're just asking me about a guy like Pete, no, I don't think if you get Dalvin Cook, he's going to be more positive about the team. I think for a guy like Pete, I think it'll give him more ammunition to go against Tua. Be like, oh, you had to go get a running back. They're taking the ball out of Tua's hands. Bro, hey, listen, we don't know how many times we got to keep saying the same thing, Batman. Is Dalvin Cook an upgrade? Yes. Do we want him? Yes. But do we need him? No. It's not like what it sounds like to me, and I'll be honest, it just sounds when fans come out here and say, oh, well, we need Dalvin Cook. Bro, if we don't get Dalvin Cook, does anybody believe that this is a bad football team?
No, look, so Lewis, to be fair to the conversation, by the way, guys, if I get this phone call, I'm going to drop off for a second, so hold the fort down. But what I will say is, to be fair to that point, Lewis, are the Dolphins worse without him? I think they'll make do without him, right? Like Devon A-Chain's going to get, a big opportunity. A lot will be put on his shoulders along with Raheem and Jeff Wilson, right? Now, you bring in somebody like Dalvin Cook, it doesn't not hurt your team. It helps it, and it makes your team better, and it makes the running back room better by miles. And so having Dalvin Cook then becoming the primary person, it's not all put on a rookie like A-Chain. It's not all put on an injury-prone player like Raheem Moser or Jeff Wilson, for that matter. So I think bringing in Dalvin Cook makes a lot of sense for the Miami Dolphins on many different levels, because it only improves your team and makes it better than what it was prior to not having him there.
Well, agreed. Agreed. It makes sense, but doesn't make dollars, because the problem is he's not coming over here for cents. And I believe that he wants money, and I don't think Miami is in the market of spending $9 to $10 million on a running back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is
like, I don't think that's what it is. Now, if you were telling me he was coming for $4 to $5 million and he was willing to take that, but that's the argument we always say for people in Miami, me included. I said the same thing about Tremaine Edmonds when I wanted Edmonds, right? Oh, he'll come for less money. Well, he didn't. Christian Wilkins, oh, he'll sign for less money, but he's not. Like, we always come out here and say, well, Dalvin wants to be here. Well, then why isn't he here? Like, I don't know. I think Miami kind of caught wind. Yes. Has Miami made calls about Dalvin? Yes. But I think once they've talked to him, I think Dalvin, just like Christian Wilkins and just like a lot of guys, they're pricing themselves out of Miami, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Yeah,
but the thing is sorry, Stevie. The thing is that I don't think Dalvin is pricing himself out of Miami. I think Chris Greer is in a wait and see mode to see exactly what happens with him. Now, he doesn't want to give up assets to make a trade for Dalvin Cook when he could just have him if Minnesota releases him. And here's the thing.
Well, you're playing a game of chicken there, though, Alex, at that point. And that's what they're doing.
Yes, and again, I think that this team is good enough to win with what we have now. Does Dalvin Cook makes the team better, obviously, yes, by stretch. But we really do not need him at all, because I think we can win. I think we can win with the running back group that we have now, Mostert and A-Chain.
Dalvin is just the icing on the cake.
Dalvin is the icing on the cake, to be fair. I don't think that Lewis or Batman, for that matter, is saying that we can't win without Dalvin. I think we're saying the addition of Dalvin makes us inherently better.
Yes, I agree.
Correct.
I agree with that. I agree with that statement.
And to be fair to Lewis's point, he's not coming here for sense. I agree with you. But Lewis, we're also talking about you can hate Chris Grier or you can dislike him as a GM, but one of the things you cannot do is discount that the man's a magician when it comes to, messing with the
Make a
cap
trade.
along with Brandon Shore.
Right.
So I think that
I
they
agree
can
with
make.
that.
I think
Cap
that
friendly
they can make the
contract.
money
For a
work.
trade.
I agree with all that. But if that was the case, why ain't Christian Wilkins signed? Because I think we're all Dolphin fans.
You talking about Christian Wilkins, or we're on the Dalvin Cook situation? That's a totally different story.
Well, no, it's not, Steven, because to your point, like, we always give Chris Grier credit for the contracts. Look at Terran Armstead, and I get all that. He's a master at that. But I can also make that argument. You don't think they've already tried to offer Christian Wilkins a contract extension? I'm pretty sure they've had those contracts. And what happens is Christian Wilkins is pricing himself out. And Miami's not willing. So it's the same thing with Dalvin Cook. Like, okay, I agree. Miami's not going to trade for Dalvin. But let's say he gets released. I'm pretty sure there's going to be at least one other team that will offer Dalvin Cook probably more years and more money than Miami. So then the point comes down.
I agree with that statement. But
so do you think Dalvin Cook is taking less years and less money?
It depends on
how play with Tua yet.
So to be fair, it's not about playing with Tua. It's
not about
maybe
playing
it is,
Tua,
but
he already said it. He already said he wants to play with Tua.
Hold on, it's about two things for Dalvin in Dalvin's situation, Lewis. To be fair, it's about playing for his hometown team, right? He's always wanted to do it, and it's about playing on a championship squad, which is what this is right now. So
it happens to have a good quarterback.
If he has an opportunity to go to a team that is offering him more money, is that team better or gives him a better chance A, to win a ring, or B, is the compensation so much over that he can't ignore it? I don't think there's going to be a huge difference there. I think there'll be a big enough difference where the Dolphins will say, look, this is what we're prepared to offer you. Are you willing to take it? And somebody else will come in and say, well, we're offering you more, but think about the state tax. Think about it's not going to be South Florida. Think about
what was Minnesota?
That he's going to be in.
What was Minnesota's record last year? Weren't they 13-3 or 13-4?
Yeah.
Well, again,
what does that matter? What does that
they
matter?
Don't have a Tua,
you don't win
in
January.
I'm saying, Steven, to your point, Dalvin wants to play for a winner. Well, he was just on a winner. He was on a 13-14.
Yeah, but imagine playing for a winner at home, Lewis.
Hold on, Batman. I'm pretty sure that when they're 13-4, right, with the number one seed in the NFC behind Philadelphia or whatever, I'm pretty sure they thought they had a Super Bowl roster or they had a chance at a Super Bowl.
I'd rather play for a winner in my hometown.
I'm pretty sure they knew they were in a watered-down conference.
We keep making it seem like Dalvin Cook is going to take less money to come down here, and I don't believe that's the case.
I think he will.
He
already said it.
He said he would sign for
2 reasons.
He said he signed for a team-friendly deal.
I give you 2 reasons why. Because this Dolphins team right now is the best Dolphins team that's ever been assembled.
They all say that. They all say they're going to take a team-friendly deal until the money hits the fan.
Well, we don't know what those numbers. We don't know what
he wants to play in Florida.
Can I ask you something? Where did Dalvin say that he wanted to play with Tua?
Oh, it came out like 4 months ago. I didn't
see that. I just say he wouldn't play Miami.
Hey, Batman, who's the source you got that from, Batman? Who's the source you got that from, Batman?
It was per sources. I tagged Dalvin in it.
So here's what I'll say, and I'm not saying that he didn't say it or did not say it. What I will say is, until I hear those words coming directly from his mouth and or Zach Hiller's mouth,
he didn't say it.
I won't say that that's the case. Now, what I will say is, I do think there's a part of him that would like to play with a talent like Tua. But
of course,
he did. He played with Kirk Cousins.
I was about to say that was my next point. He also played with Kirk Cousins.
Don't do that, Lewis.
That's like comparing Michael Jordan to Mario Chalmers, Lewis. Come on, man.
But
you see,
hold on, guys. It's not like
one more player half the quarterbacks in the NFL.
It's not like Kirk Cousins sucks. Kirk Cousins does not suck.
You see, Steven? You see what they do, Steven? I'm going to give you the numbers. Kirk Cousins religiously the past 3-4 years.
But we're going by numbers now.
Hold on. No. That's what you guys tell me.
No, I said playoff wins.
Let me throw out the numbers. Okay, so we're talking about playoffs. How many playoff wins does Tua have?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I said Kirk Cousins has more playoff wins than half the quarterbacks in the NFL.
Casey Keenum has more playoff wins than Kirk Cousins does.
Alex Renee Diaz, we will not let that happen. This is the problem I have.
Government name
out there. That man's whole government name out here.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Alex Renee Diaz, I will not let that happen. See, this is the problem that I hate, that I don't like about our fan base. If Tua Tagovailoa gave you plus 4,000 plus yards passing, 30 plus touchdowns, and 8 to 9 to 10 interceptions, we would be saying he's the MVP of this league. Those are the numbers Kirk Cousins has been giving you.
Nah, Pete would say he's
Those are the numbers. Those are the numbers that Kirk Cousins has been giving you. But all of a sudden, Kirk Cousins is trash. You see what I'm saying?
How many playoff victories does Kirk Cousins have?
There's levels to this.
Hey, to be fair, Kirk Cousins is only trash when he plays on primetime. That's it.
There you go. There you go. You said it.
There you go.
He's got to have at least 3 or 4 playoff wins.
I think he only has one.
Hopefully.
One or
two. We all remember the one to Adam Thielen.
That was in Steve.
No,
that was in
Casey
Pete's Madden
Keenum.
game.
That was. Oh, you talking about the one with Stephon Diggs that had the miracle against the Saints?
Yeah, I meant Diggs. Yeah, that one.
That was
in Pete's Madden game. That was in Pete's Madden game where he got the win.
Casey Keenum led him to the NFC Championship game.
Well, let me ask you guys another question.
Steve,
ultimately,
how many victories is
where?
Bro, it doesn't matter. There's levels to this. The eye test will tell you who's better, who's not. Forget the numbers, because you guys never want to compare numbers, but we bring up numbers for Tua and then you ignore it. So we're not doing numbers. Let's do the eye test. Is he better? Yes or no? Hell no. Kirk Cousins is not even remotely close to Tua. He's not. He's not.
I don't know about that, Batman.
He's not. You tell me Skylar Thompson and Kirk Cousins, all right, but Tua, come on, guys.
I love Batman.
All right, Batman.
Let's not sit here and say that Kirk Cousins is a trash quarterback. He's not a trash quarterback.
I think Kirk Cousins is trash. I think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins by a mile. Okay. I think freaking Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins is. Come on now.
Somebody time Alex Renee Diaz out. Somebody take him out of the chat.
Kirk has the same number of playoff victories as Tua, 0.
Whoa.
There you go.
Wow, there we go.
Dude's not wrong about that.
Dude's definitely not wrong about that.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Steven. Did you start the show today to talk about the Heat?
Yes.
Man,
how does everybody feel about the victory?
Talk about some bandwagon fans on this platform. Jesus Christ.
Don't hate.
Lewis, did you see the game, Lewis?
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, I seen it. Listen, even the sun shines on a dog's ass from time to time.
One thing you have to agree with me on, as a Heat fan, this is probably the worst Heat team that has ever been in the finals. Right or wrong?
Wow, what a hater, Alex. You're a hater. You're a hater, Alex.
You know what? You're probably not individually talent-wise, you're not wrong. But
yeah, it's a bunch of nobodies.
Hold on, can I finish?
I wasn't trying to hate on that statement.
Out of all of the teams that the Heat have ever played in the finals, this is the best team unit. Like, this is from top to bottom, everybody is part of the same team. It's not all on one player. It's every player's got to play a role. Like last night, it was Kevin Love and Caleb Martin, right? And even Duncan Robinson got in on the fun. You know, some nights it's Bam and Jimmy, and some nights
shout out to Pat Riley for putting this team together.
I think it's a testament that they've gotten this far because they are a team. They are a collective unit as a team.
The best coach in the NBA.
Spoelstra. That's the only reason why they're there.
Shout out to Pat Riley for putting this team together and getting everybody here. Nah, it's not Spoelstra.
Well, I mean, shout out to Spoelstra for bringing the best out of the players, when they needed it.
That's a true statement right there, Steven. That is a true statement.
Individually, talent-wise, that statement is not 100% inaccurate. But to be fair, when it was the Heatles, You know, it was LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade, right? And you had, you know, Ray Allen helped win a championship there, and there was some, you know, big role players that came through when you needed them.
Yeah,
But there was
team.
probably
I remember that.
there was probably 5 to 6 players that if any one of them were to go down, the Heat don't win those championships. If
it was more star-studded,
if Jimmy has an off night, I still think they can win. For some reason, they're still being competitive, even when Jimmy Butler isn't playing well. That says a lot about your team.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
The Nuggets had an off night last night. Nuggets in 5.
But
you know what I'm going to tell you,
Steven. Hold on. I'm not letting that slide, dude. Here's why that's a BS comment, Lewis. They played the same exact way in game 1. The issue between game 1 and game 2, Lewis, is number 1. In game 1, the Heat got to the foul line 2 times. That was it. They didn't put anybody in foul trouble. They didn't go to the hole at all. They shot stupid threes and lived and died by it. In game 2, they were in the bonus multiple times and got to the free throw. How many free throws did they have last night? 20 plus?
A lot.
Yeah, so and that you want to win games against a team like Denver, you got to put them in trouble. And the other reason that they won game 2 over game 1, by the way, I still think Denver played very similar in game 1, is Miami's defense was different from the standpoint of, let me bring in Kevin Love. And Kevin Love, even though his numbers didn't show in the box score, he was such an X factor in last night's game on why they won. Because no, it's not. Go watch the game again.
That's cap.
No, it's
not. That is a little bit of cap.
That is cap. You think the Nuggets are scared of Kevin Love?
It's not that they're scared of Kevin Love. No. They realize 2 things, the Heat. We do not give a shit about Jokic. Let him go get his 40 points. What we care about is his assist and other players beating us. And they shut down Murray last night. And that was one of the reasons.
I don't know if they shut him down.
I think he had an off night. He had an off night.
He just had an off night. Yeah, exactly. I don't think they shut him down.
I think it's
he just wasn't hitting shots.
I think it's a direct result to the defense that the Heat were playing, personally. Daniel Taylor with the $20 donation.
There you go.
He said the Heat just did something LeBron, AD, KD, Book couldn't do. Win in altitude. Put some respect on the Miami Heat's name, cuz. Let's go, Daniel.
Hey, but Steven, let me ask you this question, right? Without the fandom, because we're all going for the Heat.
He's not.
Right
that's
now,
a fact,
right?
How's that cap? Those are facts.
Let me ask you a question, Steven. Lewis made a statement the other day, and I agree with this statement. And again, this is taking the fandom out of it, right? But Jokic and Murray, when they're on the floor, they're the best 2 players in the game as far as the finals.
Murray
and Jokic. They're better than Butler.
Yeah, Murray's better than Jimmy Butler, for sure.
Can we agree on that?
He's not going to say yes, guys. He's not going to say yes to that.
He's not going to say yes. He knows it.
No, time out. I'll say this. Murray's playing better than Jimmy Butler right now. But as far as a player and talent is concerned, Jimmy by far and away is the better talent over Murray. And it's not
talking about history.
I'm not
talking about history.
Put some respect on Jimmy Butler's name, cuz.
Nobody's, but
so
Steven, here's where it is.
So disrespectful.
Nobody's saying Jimmy is not a bad player. He's just not a superstar. He's a star, not a superstar. That's all they're saying. And that's all.
Alex, for that logic, Jimmy Butler's still better than Brunson from the Knicks. I'll tell you that.
Jimmy Butler is a superstar on the Miami Heat.
You can't compare Batman
because they have no players.
Time out. Were we not after the second round saying that Jimmy Butler was playing like a top 5 player in the league?
Yeah, but he disappeared for the last 8 games.
They still won the Eastern Conference Finals against the Celtics. They still won in Denver, which I didn't see LA doing. I don't know how many other teams didn't do it.
They beat the Knicks, Steven. I think all of us on this panel could beat the Knicks.
Oh my God, y'all are.
Oh my God, Batman, get out of here, bro.
They beat the Knicks, and then they beat two choke artists in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Like, what are we talking about here?
Listen, Steven.
Stop that nonsense,
the Nuggets
bro.
in Denver.
All of us,
you have got to stop. No, Batman, stop that nonsense, bro.
You want some hold on. You want some real talk?
Enough of that crap.
Here's some real talk. The Lakers have better talent than the Heat, and the Lakers didn't win one game against Denver. Miami came and won in Denver.
That is true.
What else do you want?
That is true. No, that's true. What I'm saying, Steven.
You also forget that nobody gave the Heat a shot against the Knicks.
All of us up here on the panel. The five of us.
The Heat were the underdogs in that series against the Knicks.
Check me out, Steven. The five of us up here on the panel, along with any 5 people in the comment section, could beat the Knicks in a game. I guarantee you that.
No, stop.
Hey, Batman. The only thing Stephen D has just admitted is that Jimmy Butler is better than LeBron, which I agree with. Okay, cool.
Let me just tell you this. Batman. The fact of the matter is
another said the Heat are built different. Accept and respect it.
That's a true statement right there. Let me tell you something. In that Knicks series, Batman, the Heat were the underdogs in that series. The Knicks were favored to win that series.
Underdogs?
They were favored to win that series.
In your head, Alex. In your head.
No,
Alex, just because you have a better record going into the game.
Go to
just
Vegas.
Because you have a better record doesn't mean anything, bro. The Heat were clearly the better team by leaps and bounds. It looked like a Harlem Globetrotters were playing a middle school team.
The Knicks are not. The Heat were not the better team than the Knicks in that series.
Okay, Alex. All right, Alex.
They were not.
Good luck in a couple years.
The Knicks were one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the NBA. The Heat were not.
Good luck on your rebuild, Alex.
But
Good luck on your rebuild.
We're not rebuilding. You see, that's the Lakers are really close to rebuild. So you really need to look at that. Look at yourself in the mirror and realize that the Lakers are
Why are we sitting here talking about the Knicks?
Hey, hold on. If I'm reading this correctly, the Nuggets did not lose one game at home this entire postseason.
They were undefeated. No, they were not.
Yeah.
And y'all are sitting here talking trash about the team?
It
Come
was
on,
time for them to lose one. It was time for them to lose one. It was time for them to lose one.
I'm not talking trash about the Nuggets at all.
It was time for them to lose one? No. They were a good basketball team, and the Heat found a way to win.
Hang on, we got the football guy coming in.
The football guy finally arrived. Oh, the football guy.
No. Don't mind me. Continue. Don't mind me.
I just...
The Lakers are closer to rebuild than any other team.
Ruiz says Lakers lose LeBron, they are rebuilding.
You got a 37-year-old LeBron that's about to leave. And you got Anthony Davis that always shows up when he wants to. And you got a bunch of young kids on that team.
Alex, don't nobody care what you have to say, Alex. Dave, let me ask you a
Black
question.
said, is Murray leading Denver without Joker? Murray is not better than Butler in no way. Murray's a better shooter. That is all, but Murray can't defend.
Yeah, I don't know about none of that, but I just want Dade County. How does it feel to have the host of this show, a known Laker fan, with a Miami Heat jersey on? How does that make you feel?
I'm wearing a LeBron James.
I told y'all already, the bandwagon shit is real.
Fan,
oh, man.
I've never admitted to being a Lakers fan. You'll never catch me rooting for the Lakers. I was rooting for LeBron.
Are you trying to say that Stephen? Are you implying that Stephen D is a bandwagon fan? Is that what you're saying, Dade County?
Let me check the panel. I'm claiming that for Stephen D, Batman, Lewis. I know Alex been praying on our downfall too. Who else is that? I can't see the other name.
Y'all are some haters, man. I mean, just straight haters. I can't even.
Dude, I don't know where you got that comment saying I prayed for y'all downfall when I never did.
Let's get something straight, man. Let me tell you.
Being a fan of my team, the Knicks. Like, come on. What do you want me to do?
Look here, Jack.
You was a fan of Boston after we beat y'all.
Get your
I said the Heat were going to beat Boston.
Panel.
Well, people be lying on you, Alex. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I'm just saying.
I said the Heat were going to make it to the finals after they beat the Knicks. I called
it. All right, my bad, Alex.
That hat that Stephen D has on right now looks a little crispy. Where'd you go to Liz? You went to Liz this morning and got that? We know you didn't have
Why
that.
you can't have one? Why you can't have one?
I've had this heat hat for a minute because I love this heat hat.
I'm just saying that looks crispy, man. That looks like it was bought this morning.
You want to know? You want to know?
I've had it for a minute. I've had it for like almost 10 years.
Hey, do you want to know what's funny? I'm watching the news after the Heat beat the Celtics in Game 7. You know, all those guys, all those people in the street, you know, with the pots and pans and stuff like that, all the Heat fans. And I was like, you know what? I bet you $100 that out of all these people, only one of them could probably name the entire Heat roster outside of Jimmy Butler.
See, Alex, that's where you mess up right there. It's none of your business. Stay in your losing lane. Go on vacation with your team. It's none of your business what our fans are doing. Your team has already lost. Your team has already proven not to be nothing and overrated. Don't speak on my fans when you have no business. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Alex, you're wrong for that, for calling Dade out like that. You're wrong for that.
Well, I mean, Batman, you've been doing that. You've been doing that forever. You're just salty you got swept. I'm not worried. I mean, I know Batman's actually rooting for us in this series, but at the same time, Batman been hating on us too. I ain't worried about Batman.
When did I ever call Dade out? For years. I'm not dumb enough to open up my mouth right now.
Alex, you just said that there's fans out here that the Heat have like Dade that can't name all the players on the team.
I never said
you ain't say that, Alex. You ain't say that, Alex. That's Batman putting words to people's mouth like he always do.
Batman,
I never called you out, Dade. Like, come on.
I know that. I just said Batman put those words in your mouth.
Batman, can you tell me what year Dade County became a
2010.
fan? Batman?
2010.
Oh, that's crazy because I didn't even know you. So that's insane. But all right.
Alex doesn't know who Alonzo Mourning is.
That's 13 years before I even knew.
I don't know who Tim Hardaway is. I don't know who Alonzo Mourning is. I don't know who PJ Brown is. Oh
there
yeah,
we go. Those
bro.
are all
First
new
of all,
names for Dade.
Bro,
like, are you kidding
me? Can y'all
explain
to me why we are trying to explain ourselves as Heat fans to Batman, who was a Heat fan who switched out and now is a Laker fan? Like, bro, like I'm just saying. Like, why are we explaining ourselves to him?
Wait a minute.
This man been coaching on our coach.
Wait a minute.
This man been hating on our coach.
There's two bandwagon people on this panel, Steven and Batman.
Oh, no, actually, I already counted out 4. I counted out 4 of them.
And if you include Dade, there's 4 of us.
Going on. Oh my God.
Batman, you sound salty, bro. It's a bad look for you, dog.
Nah, listen, last night we were watching the game right in the projector. It was like about 20 people. And I was cheering for the Heat. I was actually getting mad Denver was coming back. Hey, and I was happy when the Heat won.
Yeah, I heard you say you was going for us this time. I mean, we don't need your support, but yeah, whatever. We'll let it ride.
But listen, the party's gonna happen, right, Lewis? We're gonna do a boat parade for the Heat, right? If they win.
Y'all not invited. Like, why y'all keep trying to invite yourself? Y'all not invited.
Hey, y'all are real show your hospitality in Miami, man. If y'all gonna throw a boat parade for the Denver Nuggets, man, that is really nice of y'all. Y'all are too good. Y'all are really good fans over there, man.
I know you're not talking, Lewis. I know you're not over there.
What did I say?
Hey, none of your teams make it.
Freaking Lakers fan.
Oh no, you sleep, Steven. You don't know. Lewis was who we got first round. He was a Bucks fan. Then he was a Knicks fan. then he went to Boston. Then he a Boston fan, and then now he a Denver fan.
Nuggets in 5.
I think Lewis.
Oh, now it's 5. Now it's 5. What happened to 4, Lewis?
Man, listen, the people in Denver. They
now we gotta
won
listen.
9 in a row. They won 9 in a row. The sports radio talk in Denver. They were just tired of talking about home wins. They got to spice it up a little bit, Dave. That's all it is.
Oh, all right. Let me ask the basketball guy a question real quick. Hey, basketball guy, Batman. You watched the first game? Oh, nah, he busy. Whatever. Anybody who knows when they watch the first game that the The Heat missed 16 open threes. You make those
Right.
shots, you win. Same thing we happened last night. We still had open shots, just like the first game. The only difference last night is we made our shots.
Teams
There's
need
no
to
difference. Denver has not beat us up at no point.
Teams need to stop relying on the three to win basketball games and do what Miami did last night.
I agree with that.
Well, I would agree, Steven. I would agree with you, Steven. But I can't take your advice either. Your team lost too, so I'm gonna be riding with my blockbuster coach, Coach Spoelstra.
My team is still in it. My player lost.
You don't have a team.
I do, Miami.
What team
I'm the only loyal. I'm the only loyal Heat fan up here. So y'all boys tighten up.
That's not true. That's cap.
Claiming my roster.
Stop hating.
There's no such thing as you cannot be a.
Hey, Batman, at least I did you a favor last night, Batman. I ain't really tag you in nothing.
Like, come on.
Why would you tag me? I was sleeping after the game was over. I went to sleep.
Yeah, Dave, you a hoe for that yesterday. I just want you to know that. You a hoe for that.
Call it what you want.
Oh, snap.
Call it what you want.
Let's go, Daniel Taylor. $50 donation. So how can you not respect the Heat? They do everything the right way. It's the opposite of Kyrie's NBA, where stars refuse to play, complain about everything, force trades, and destroy teams only to have owners go gaga over them for no reason. Shout out to Daniel.
That's actually true.
That's a good take.
It's a great take.
That's cap.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how's that cap, Lewis? Lewis, you just said that because that's your saying, but that ain't
I don't know, Steven. Exactly, Steven. That's my saying. Just let me ride, Steven.
No, not on that. Not on that. No, sir.
See, I think Lewis has got that Tampa Bay hometown thing. I think he's an Orlando Magic fan.
Whoa,
that's right.
Let's not talk about Tampa where the boat parades really do happen. All right, let's leave Tampa alone.
Hey, Steven.
Hey, now, Steven, I hope they came up here and told you how they tried to jump me after game one.
That's not true. I didn't.
Oh, hey, first of all, you were running the space. You ain't stopped them from jumping me.
Hey, Batman.
What am I going to do?
Cap for life says Dade
What you
County
mean? What
the
you gonna
only
do?
loyal Heat fan, bro.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Steven.
Don't somebody know.
Steven, so the Panthers are going to win tonight. They're going to take the series.
I thought the game was tomorrow.
No, it's tonight.
Panthers play tonight.
What Panthers? Right. What team you talking about?
The
Panthers are going to take. The Panthers are going to win the cup. I think they're a better team than Vegas is. They got the better goaltending. Okay, and
not last year.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I know.
But here's the thing. The only way for Vegas to actually have a shot at Bobrovsky, remember, is Sergei Bobrovsky. If he does that, then the Florida lost that series. Hands down.
Nah, man. Listen, if we're going to talk hockey, we need our hockey guy here. Where's Andrevius? We need our hockey guy here.
What am I?
Andrevius is the hockey guy?
He's our hockey guy.
I pay the most close attention to hockey than any other sport.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about that, Batman.
Does my one good hearing ear deceive me?
Dude,
or did you just say that Andrevius is the hockey?
He is a hockey guy. Listen,
hey, how could your hockey guy be a black guy?
Listen, Andrevius surprised me the other day. He was talking hockey and holding a conversation with people that know about hockey, and I was like, I didn't know Andrevius knew about hockey. I was like, I need to learn about hockey.
Andrevius told me it's not the Panthers, it's the Gatos. That's what he told me.
That's what he said.
Hey, that's what he said. Gatos are coming out for you.
I host hockey spaces for a living, so I mean.
Yeah, but they're bad teams you host spaces for. The Alex Knicks and Islanders are bad teams.
I'm gonna forget that this guy that says he claims he knows hockey just said that. But anyways,
I guarantee you, Andrevius will outdo you in hockey talk.
Moving on. So Steven, the only way for Vegas to actually have a shot if Bobrovsky remembers he's Bobrovsky and the Panthers just play a goose day, okay? But which I don't see happening at all.
Alex, are you reading an article?
No, definitely not. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, sir.
Why are you laughing, Alex? Why are you laughing?
Jose says, "Hey, Dave, that's racist. I'm Dominican and I love
I don't
hockey."
think so.
That is.
Hey,
That
let
is.
me ask
Call
you
him
guys a
out, Jose
question.
Valdez.
Call
Have
it
you
what you
guys
want.
got around? Have you guys gotten around to watch the Tyreek Hill?
Ron, I
Bradley
got a lot
Chubb
of
interview?
background noise coming from you, Ron. Just so you know.
Did you guys, did you guys see the Bradley
Jose,
Chubb
I'm Spanish.
and
I'm
Tyreek
Spanish
Hill
for
and
crying out
needed
loud
to
too.
be
I'm
said?
Colombian Dominican, and I love hockey.
I saw it this morning. Did you guys catch the Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill, and needed to be said episode?
Yeah, I caught it
I
this
heard about it,
weekend.
though.
I watched it on Saturday. It was actually really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Steven, you got to watch it. If you haven't seen it, Steven, you got to watch it.
Hey, well, it's the Bradley
needed to be
Chubb
said.
and Tyreek Hill.
And be ready to run through a wall after you watch it because it's going to have you fired up.
I saw that.
It was good. It was good. But let's
Hey,
talk about the real topic.
Colts have signed free agent wide receiver Brashad Perriman.
Oh, did y'all talk about
Game
Buffalo
changer.
signing Randy Gregory?
No, but that was it. Randy Gregory?
Nah, Floyd.
No, Leonard
They
Floyd.
got Floyd.
Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, my
Wait,
bad.
they got
Leonard
Randy
Floyd, my bad.
Gregory as well?
Nah, same body type. That's how I always get them
Oh,
mixed
I was
up.
like,
Don't get me
God damn, bro. They
Same body
brought
type.
back
That's
the
all that
defensive
was.
tackle.
Dave, that's racist, man. Not all black people look alike. Why would you say some stuff like that?
you.
Randy Gregory and Leonard Floyd.
I think it's racist for you to tell me that, Steven, as a Caucasian gentleman. You can't tell me that.
As a Caucasian gentleman, look, man. You said Randy Gregory. I'm like, hold up, that man ain't even been in the league in a minute. What's up? What?
Yeah, that's how I said. It's the body type.
And this man is supposed to be the football guy.
Obviously not. Obviously not.
I corrected myself. Hey, bro, Lewis.
After
you want to
I
go through this
corrected
again?
you.
Nah,
you corrected yourself.
And it's not racist for someone of your skin tone to correct me.
I didn't want you to be. I didn't want you to say anything that was not correct. I was looking out for you to be honest and accurate. That's
I don't break news, so it's absolutely fine for me to be a regular guy, bro. I'm a regular guy up here. I mean, it happens, bro.
Good to know.
It happens.
Good to
I don't break news like y'all boys.
Can we talk about the real story going around, though? There was an
The
article.
orange jersey's coming back?
No, I ain't worried about no orange jersey. I'm talking about
Tua tightening them boys up when them boys wasn't practicing well. That's what everybody should be talking about.
Bro, Tua is starting to give us listen, he answered a lot of the bells on the field last year, right? When he was healthy, he answered a lot of questions in the community. A lot of us that we said he couldn't do certain things, he showed us he could, right? Listen to the story that just came out. There was having a bad practice, I guess, offensively or whatever. Tua, nobody else, not McDaniel, not Fangio, not Ramsey, none of these, not Reek, none of these guys. Tua stopped the practice, laid into them boys, told them they needed to tighten up. Bro,
who did he grab by the neck, Lewis?
I don't know if he put hands on people, Batman. I'm just saying, bro, he's growing in front of our eyes. Everything that we've wanted from this kid, everything we've been asking for, he's doing it. Like, what? When are we going to start getting behind this kid and backing him? That's all I'm saying.
Right now, Lewis.
Because
right now.
I agree, Batman. It is time. It's time. Now, if he fails, it is what it is. But, bro, he's showing everybody everything we've been complaining and we wanted from this kid. He's coming and showing you he has it. I was very impressed. Listen, that article could have just been some BS, maybe to get the.
Who wrote it? Where was that? On Bleacher Report or Twitter?
Well, I seen it on Twitter. I forgot where I read it on Twitter.
No, I think it was on the Post, the Palm Beach Post.
It was. I think it was the Post, but I seen the.
Batman. If you're looking for a Batman, just keep scrolling down my page, catch all that Miami Heat winning stuff, and then you'll find it. I posted it on my page several times.
Bro, it is a very good read, and I was very impressed hearing that from Tua Tagovailoa. I'm telling you right now.
Listen,
hopefully
we need
that
him
is
to choke
case.
somebody out at practice. I'm not gonna say names, but
he started doing that.
Bro, it probably was Austin Jackson. You already know you getting Austin Jackson face like it ain't nothing already. So you probably did it again. Probably told Austin Jackson, "Hey, bro, you already know this your last year, bro. Tighten up."
You want to know something?
You want to know
something? Man, I can't get no love. I can't get no love from KP, man. I can't get no love from KP, man.
Why? What KP say?
You want to know something, Dave? It's funny you just mentioned that about Austin Jackson because in order for this line to be successful, not only does Teron Armstead need to stay healthy, but they need Austin Jackson to develop into a Pro Bowl right tackle.
Oh, here we go.
If that happens, then this line will be
Pro
successful.
Bowl. Wait. First of all, can we crawl before we walk? Can we ask him just to be competent first?
Let me backtrack.
Can we just be competent? You're talking about Pro Bowl.
Let me backtrack from that statement. If they need Teron Armstead to be healthy and they need Austin Jackson to look like a first-round pick. If that
You're still going too far. You're looking for competency at this point. Just be competent.
They need Austin Jackson to be a better player. That's the only reason for this O-line to be successful. They need Austin Jackson to be
miracle, Alex.
Alex, I get what you're saying, but at this point, you can't even expect him to play like a first-round pick. At this point, you just want him to be competent. That's your vocabulary word for Austin Jackson.
Don't be horrible.
You need him to be competent. Exactly.
Because he's been
like, bro, just know what you're doing.
If he shows this year that he is a much improved right tackle, then we found our future right tackle.
Oh hell no!
No, you're crazy. You're crazy because I don't care what he does this year. I'm not paying him anything.
No, I'm giving him like $2 million on a 3-year deal.
Oh, on a 1-year prove-it deal? Okay, yeah, we can do that.
No,
but I'm telling you now, paying him any type of real money, I'm sorry. I'm not for it, bro. And you would be dumb to do that. You ain't learned your lesson, Alex, from Devontae Parker? Oh, all right. He'll give you a 1,000-yard season when it's time, when the money's time.
Devontae, I don't know.
I don't think he was in the final year of his contract.
I don't know if that's
defend Devontae Parker. I dare you.
No. I'm not defending him.
I'm just saying I don't think it's a fair comparison.
I don't think he was in the final year of his contract when he got the.
He got it a year ahead.
Yeah, I think it was reconstructed.
The argument still stands, bro. When it's time to get your money, obviously they're gonna perform. I don't need that, bro. That doesn't tell me that you can do this job year in and year out. No, that just tells me you were desperate and for some reason you were able to put it together that year. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna get that effort all the time. And no, I'm not paying him. I don't care what
Alex,
he does.
He needs to step up, man. It's not about being better, Alex. Like they said, we need him.
What is it about being?
We don't need him to be better. We just don't need him to suck out there. That's it. Don't suck.
No,
be competent.
We need him to be better.
Be competent.
You both are saying the same thing.
Be something remotely close to a football player. Let's put it that way.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you were saying first round pick, that's too far.
Alex, you expecting anything from that man? And listen, granted, we're happy that he's in shape. He showed up to camp in shape. You know, he says he's healthy. These are all the things he said last year. So I want to see it on the field.
Angry, excited was the word. Angry, excited, and still sucks. It's going to be hilarious.
In order for this line to be successful, we need Austin Jackson to be successful. That's the only way for this line to work. We need Teron Armstead to be healthy and Austin Jackson to be successful.
We need Armstead to be healthy. Yes, I think that's 100% accurate. We need Eichenberg not to start.
Later, Ron.
All right, Ron. We need Eichenberg to stay on the bench.
You know, the thing about Devontae Parker is that we knew the talent was there. We knew the talent was there, just like we know the talent is there with Austin Jackson.
No,
but the problem is that with Devontae Parker, he could not stay healthy. That was the biggest issue with Devontae Parker.
Alex, Devontae Parker was a god compared to Austin Jackson, bro. So come on, bro.
Oh my God! The fact that you ever put Devontae Parker and God in the same sentence
compared to Austin Jackson.
Compared
to Austin Jackson.
Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. Okay.
Compared to Austin
Parker, I'm going to say it now so everybody hears me loud and clear. Was an injured bum. Okay, injured bum. If he had have stayed healthy, he might had a decent career in the NFL and being.
But the thing is, Steven, when Austin Jackson's on the field, what does he show you? When Devontae Parker was on the field, he at least sometimes showed you.
He wasn't on the field that much.
But when he did, though, he showed you more on the field than Austin Jackson.
Devontae Parker had a half a good season.
But Batman, you forget that Austin Jackson was one of the top-rated rookies before he got hurt in his rookie year.
Everybody's a top-rated rookie, Alex. Everybody.
Bro, what?
That's why they're rookies.
Y'all stop that, bro. Like,
before he got hurt in his rookie year.
A top-rated rookie. Where are you getting this?
Top-rated rookie.
Show me where you got that information, Alex.
Go back and look at the stats from his.
No, I don't need to go back and do anything. You just told me something. You show me that.
He was one of the top-rated rookies before.
You're repeating yourself. I'm asking you to show it to me.
Alex,
I will show it to you, and I will find it because
we got spaces. You could throw it on the jumbotron at any time, bro. Because I'm telling you now, that's not.
Jackson was really
I don't want to say you're lying. But I'm just saying you're misinformed at that point, bro.
Austin Jackson
never ranked that high, bro.
Parker was drafted almost in the same spot, almost.
When he got hurt and when he came back from his foot injury in 2020, his rookie year, that's when he was. He's never been the same since that injury. He's never been the same since that injury.
Bro, he has never been good. Period.
He's never been
he was good before he got hurt. He was. Eric Flowers.
He was competent. Alex, he was competent.
Next to each other. Eric Flowers actually made him look better.
Alex, he was competent. He wasn't good. He was competent.
And the fact that you're saying Eric Flowers made him look better, bro, it's Eric Flowers. So that just tells you right there. I get it, bro. We don't want to say we wasted a pick, but bro, it's okay, bro. We wasted that pick.
Here's the problem with with this argument a little bit, or the conversation that we're having. We're comparing mediocrity to mediocrity at best, and we need to be comparing mediocrity to talent that can win you the Super Bowl, and hopefully that talent that's mediocre can elevate his game to be a better football player. And so we're sitting here talking about comparing a mediocre player to a mediocre player. We need to stop doing that. I think that's where we go wrong, period, as Dolphins fans. Let's compare Austin Jackson to, somebody who's been playing the last 5 years at his position. Why is he not as good as this person? What does he have that's not as good as this person? Let's look at Devontae Parker when he was here and say, why, we're playing him as a number one wide receiver. Why is he not better than some of these other number ones? What is it that we're missing that these other teams around the NFL are not? And that's where we need to kind of do better as fans in evaluation, whether it's the eye test or looking at numbers or whatever it is. Let's stop comparing mediocrity to mediocrity. That needs to stop now. Point blank.
With that being said, we got to cut Eichenberg.
I don't know if we need to do that yet.
Trade him for a bag of coins for Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Oh, my goodness. Can we let Butch Berry see if he can do something with him before we make that decision on him?
I mean, that is hilarious.
What'd you say, Lewis?
I said, Batman, that is hilarious.
Austin Jackson, his rookie year. Austin Jackson rookie year. He played 848 snaps.
Daniel Taylor been donating today, man. Thank you so much, Daniel. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Said Miami Dolphins should focus on success, not mediocrity. I agree. I think that should be any team for that matter, but I definitely agree.
Wait a minute.
Austin Jackson's rookie stats: 848 snaps, 5 sacks allowed, 4 penalties.
Is that the homie DTA?
Is that DTA, Daniel Taylor? Is that DTA? If
that I believe that is DTA. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do believe that is DTA.
DTA, yeah, man. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to DTA.
Made my day, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, the hockey man.
Oh, we got him? Andrevius?
Andrevius, you're an expert at hockey?
Yeah. You didn't know?
I didn't know this, man. This is all news to me.
Yeah. Certified hockey source right here.
Certified? Are you a certified hockey source or certified hockey sauce?
I'm all the above.
You're all the above.
I got all the hockey scoops.
You're a jack of all trades and a master of none. I ain't mad at you.
I knew, like I said earlier, I knew Dre was a hockey fan and a hockey sauce when I heard him say "Go Gatos." Hey, that's all I needed. Go Gatos.
Exactly what he said. All that.
Can I test you? Can I test your knowledge?
Yeah, go right ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Name a team that Mike Messier played for.
He played for that team that had the hockey sticks, and
he played for us. He played for us.
And he would hit the hockey pucks in a goal.
Hit the bell. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Those are facts, Lewis. Tell him. Straight facts. He's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He is not
he played
wrong.
For us. Well, didn't he, Steven? Didn't he play for us?
I was going to say the New York Rangers.
See, even Alex doesn't know that. He's a New York Rangers fan.
No, he's a New York Islanders fan.
Don't ever do that.
Same thing.
Don't stop that.
I don't
Mark Messier won the Stanley Cup with Wayne Gretzky in 1985 with the Edmonton Oilers.
Alex is reading Google right now.
Messier, Grant Fuhr, all of them were on that team. Then when he was signed by the Rangers in, I believe it was 92, 93.
Alex, who wrote the article?
By the way, I just want to say I said it wrong.
1994, he won a cup with the Rangers.
It's Mark Messier. I even got it wrong.
Hold on, but I want to know who wrote the article that Alex is reading. Who wrote it, Alex?
Mark Messier won the cup in 1994 with the New York Rangers in I guess the Vancouver Canucks. Who was on that team was Mike Richter, Brian Leach, Adam Graves.
Give credit to the author of the article.
Half the Oilers team on that team with the Rangers.
Who wrote the article? Give them credit, bro. That's plagiarism.
Talking about writing the article. I'm a hockey fan, bro.
He said, who wrote the article? Give him that's plagiarism. Don't do that to that man, Batman.
You ain't no real hockey fan.
I mean, look, I said the guy's name wrong. So
Giannis won 4 consecutive Stanley Cups from
knows more than me at hockey.
1983.
Listen, Steven, when the Panthers
one record that will never be broken with the Islanders,
you gotta get Andrevius up here so he can give a recap of the game.
Exactly.
So we could get
a
hockey guy. We gotta get a hockey guy like Andrevius after a Panthers game so he can talk about
exactly. The streets need me. Batman know it.
Listen, I was surprised the other day when Andrevius was talking hockey, and I was like, "Wait, what? Andrevius knows hockey? Let's do it. He could teach me."
The fact is that people make a mockery of hockey really pisses me off.
I have a question to the hockey fans out here. So the greatest hockey player of all time is Wayne Gretzky, right? Arguably, right? So you would never see Michael Jordan work for the NBA channel, and you would never see Tom Brady work for the NFL Network. Why do we see Wayne Gretzky working for the NHL Network? Is he like that hard up of money that he has to work for the Hockey Network?
Well, one thing you got to understand, Steven, what's the pay compared to hockey pay compared to basketball pay?
He was still the greatest hockey player of all time.
He might have been. He might have been. He is. No, Mike, he is. But what's the pay? What's the pay scale?
Why does Charles Barkley work for TNT? Why does Shaquille O'Neal have to work for TNT? Why?
They are not the greatest players of their generation.
But they are one of the greatest players of their generation.
They are not the greatest players of their sport.
It doesn't matter.
Tom Brady just accepted a job to be in media. What are you talking about, Steven?
Look, I was very specific. I said you would never see Michael Jordan work for the NBA channel. You would never see Tom Brady work for the NFL Network. Why are we seeing Wayne Gretzky work for the NHL?
He needs the money, Steven.
Because maybe he loves.
Wait. What other network actually dedicates coverage to the NHL?
I mean,
just like I think PK Subban is a terrible.
TNT could do stuff. You know,
TNT does do stuff with the NHL, but it's the NHL. It's the NHL. They don't get the attention they deserve. As a hockey expert, I'm telling you, they don't get the
ESPN
coverage they deserve.
Ain't
So you
Wayne
got to go to
Gretzky's
the
daughter?
NHL Network.
Ain't Wayne Gretzky's daughter a porn star?
Hey,
Whoa, no, she's not a
hey.
porn star, bro.
Wait a minute.
She's a model.
Is that facts?
Oh, I was asking the question.
She's not
Ain't
a
she a
porn star. She's first of all, she used to play golf.
Wait, this is news to me.
Professionally.
Wait, what?
Yeah, my bad, Alex. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know why you got so mad about that, Alex. My bad. I was just asking.
Alex, how do you feel about the people? How do you feel about the fans who are arguing that Alex Ovechkin might be better than Gretzky?
Whoa, Alex, do you know who that is? Give him some time to Google it real quick.
Alex Ovechkin is only like 40 or 50 goals away from passing Wayne Gretzky in the all-time.
And he
Look
will.
at
He'll do it.
Andrevius
He'll
name
do it.
dropping hockey player names
He'll
out
do it.
here. Look at Andrevius.
Ovechkin
Hockey expert, I keep telling you, man.
Alexander Ovechkin is probably one of the best players.
Ladies and gentlemen, our hockey insider here at Miami Sports Music is Andrevius now. Andrevius is our new hockey insider here at the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network.
Damn, I wasn't
telling you. Me and Andrevius are going to catch a game at a local bar for the Panthers one of these days.
No, Andrevius is actually going to get a media pass and go cover the team and be in the press conferences.
That's what we need. Representing Miami Sports Music.
I can see him now in the post game. Andrevius Shaw, Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Tell me about you skating tonight. How did that work out for you?
I'm only gonna ask the hard-hitting question, Steven. That might be a hard-hitting question that night.
Oh man, I love it.
You know what? I want you to go back to Saturday Night Live. Go on YouTube and go to Saturday Night Live and type in.
I can't because I can't play it. I'm gonna get.
Yeah, that's a copyright strike, Alex. What are you trying to do?
No. I don't want you to play it. I want you to watch it and tell me what you think of it.
I can't watch it while I'm hosting a show.
No,
Alex.
while you off later on. I want you guys to go watch this SNL skit. Who is that?
You can't even tell us what the skit's about.
Who's the rapper?
How you gonna tell us to go watch something you don't even know
who's the
who's in
rapper
it
that
or what's
always
about?
wears the hat? That always wears the hat.
Always
I don't
wears
know,
the hat.
Alex. Maybe all of them.
Hey, Alex, you should go do your research before you start trying to promote something, bro.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Alex.
Are you talking about Flavor Flav with the top hat?
No, not Flavor Flav.
You talking about Flavor Flav?
Rapper with the hat
No,
on.
not Flavor Flav.
Wow,
I
bro.
listen to rap. I listen to hip hop, and I forgot his name.
Yeah, but the way you
Question, Alex, is he a Knicks fan?
you said that was real Caucasian and borderline. I
only said Flavor Flav because everybody wears caps. He wears a top hat, so that kind of sticks out.
Did he have a clog on his neck?
Around his neck?
Mama, can I see this real quick? Thank you. Isabella, let me see the iPad real quick.
Did you just steal your kid's iPad?
Oh my God, bro! Alex, it's not that serious, bro.
Just mute him.
There's some violence going on.
He is a bully.
Give that kid her iPad. He said, "Give me your iPad so I can look this up right now."
Hold on, baby. Hold on.
Rapper with a hat. Rapper with a hat.
No.
Isabella.
Listen
And I
to her
bought
saying no. Oh my God.
Just mute him. Just mute him. This is
Remember
bad for Alex, bro. This is bad for
This
Alex.
is
Just mute him.
embarrassing. Yeah, this is
Do him
embarrassing.
a
I
favor,
just
man.
want
Just
you to
mute him.
know you forever will be known as the guy who stole his kid's iPad to look up the rapper with
Bro,
the hat.
this is not good, bro. That's not a good look, Alex.
It's
I ain't
not
gonna lie,
a good look.
Knicks fans are different, bro. y'all different, bro. I'm sorry.
He said, "I don't care about my daughter watching something on the
disgusting
iPad."
behavior.
Oh, okay.
Why
So
not bothering nobody?
I
And
found
you
it.
took her
Here we go.
iPad.
I'm sorry.
Are you talking about Shock G?
No, Chance.
Chance the rapper.
Chance the rapper.
Chance the rapper was on SNL.
Oh my God.
That was the most terrible way to find out who Chance the Rapper was.
Alex,
I had to think about it for a minute.
Alex,
He always
I
wears
just
a
want you
hat.
to know everything that is said about you with in current to this. You brought on yourself. You brought on
It's a
yourself.
bad day, Alex.
So,
brought
all
on
right,
your-
You know
what I'm
the
gonna say
rapper
is-
that wears the
The
hat.
rapper with the hat.
Alex, this is
Hold
worse
on,
than
let
when
me
you
steal
fell
my
asleep.
kid's iPad to go look it up. No, Chance
This
the
is-
rapper. Who, by
Alex,
the
this
way,
is
I'll
worse.
be honest with you.
He had to steal
And then how do
his
you not
show
remember
right
him?
there.
He's the only rapper. He's the only
Get him,
rapper with
Dre. Get him,
rapper in
Dre.
his name. How do you not remember him?
Dude, because
Is
I
it
don't listen.
Shake
I don't
Money
listen
wants
to
to know, is
Chance.
it the
That's
rapper
why.
that wears jewelry?
Yeah, exactly.
Alex, this is what happens when you
Alex.
pretend like you know more about hockey than me. This is what
I
happens.
don't. Oh my god! I was
Damn.
gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you later on. Go look up SNL Chance the Rapper hockey skit, right? And then tell me that does not remind you if Andre was asking questions to a hockey player.
Okay, well, we will
It's
go
gonna
do that
be.
now. But just to be fair, you will forever be known as the guy who said the rapper with the hat and then stole his kid's iPad to go look up the
Hey,
rapper with the hat. That was Chance the
somebody
Rapper.
in the chat. Somebody in the chat said, "Whose man is this?"
Whose man's is this? Get your man's! Get him! Whose man's is this?
Go
Man,
ahead.
y'all
Which
know
one of
Alex
y'all?
sensitive, bro. Y'all better leave Alex alone.
Which
Alex
one of
brought
y'all
this
are
on
claiming
himself
Alex?
today.
Which one of y'all is going to claim Alex? Go ahead. Step up to the
Alex
plate.
knows
Claim
about hockey, football, and rap at the same level. Carrie Beast. Hey, Alex, I love you, man, but you brought it on today. You brought it on. You brought it on yourself. You only got yourself to blame.
Alex, can I ask
Let's
you a
talk about the
question?
show.
Besides the Dolphins, because that's the only good team you actually like. Why don't you cheer for other teams that are actually good, Alex? Besides the
Because I'm
Dolphins.
from New York and I'm loyal.
I'm from Bing Bong. I'm from New York. I like
The
a
Islanders,
dollar, I
first
like
of all, the
dollar
Islanders
pizza
have a
by the slice. One
the
bite, everybody knows
Islanders
the
have made
rules.
the
Let's go.
playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years. Actually, 4 of the last 6
Alex,
years.
jump on
Okay.
the Panthers bandwagon like me, because I know nothing about hockey. But I will tell you this.
Oh,
at
least
cheer for a good team.
The Panthers.
Hey, at
the
least
Islanders
Batman admits to being a bandwagon fan. Appreciate it.
Panthers fan, yeah, because I don't know nothing about hockey. We don't got no damn hockey out here in Miami.
The Islanders
You don't
own
know
the
nothing
Panthers
about
in the
basketball.
playoffs.
You clearly don't know nothing about basketball either. Talking about Spoelstra ain't a good coach.
Hold on. The Islanders own the Panthers when it comes to the playoffs. The Panthers have never beaten the Islanders when it comes
Hold
to
on.
playoffs.
Hold on. Your statement, I need to fact check it. Andrevius, my NHL insider. Is this true? Are these facts or is this cap?
This is indeed not true. I don't know what Alex is talking about.
Whose team is in the finals, Alex?
All right, Lewis, give me a that's cap.
The Panthers went to the Islanders went to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, and they made the playoffs this past season.
According to our hockey insider,
Bro, you stop living in the past, bro.
And the Islanders have won 4 consecutive Stanley Cups. They own
No one cares about New York.
A record that will never be broken.
The 1997 Marlins championship, Alex. What are you doing?
They will. They also own a record that will never be broken.
Careful now. You do the same thing with the Dolphins.
And that's 19 consecutive playoff series victories that the Islanders own.
Alex, are you still Googling on your daughter's iPad?
Damn.
Give her iPad back, bro. God damn.
He has it back.
Why are you Wikipediaing everything?
Damn. Was that new?
That's not me.
That's nasty work, Alex.
I'm an Islanders fan.
Hey, Noob, was that you?
I pay attention to history.
I can't believe you stole your daughter's iPad.
Yeah, he cooked your ass, Alex. Damn.
I really can't believe that neither. I can't believe
Alex,
that neither.
Alex, what did you Google to find out it was Chance the Rapper?
Did you look? Yeah. What did you type
No,
in?
I know who
Rapper
Chance
with
the
a hat.
Rapper is.
Don't do that. Y'all gonna make Alex seem like a racist up here. Don't do that.
The question on the table, Alex, is what did you Google?
I
Black
knew
rapper
who
with a
Chance
hat.
the Rapper was.
Black
but I
rapper
couldn't
with hat on
remember.
SNL.
Did you
I
put
couldn't
black
remember.
Damn, Dave.
I knew who Chance the Rapper was.
Okay,
I know who
but
he
you're
is.
not answering the question. Permission to treat the witness as hostile, Your Honor.
Get it there.
No, is what you typed in to Google to find your answer. What did you type?
I YouTubed it. I didn't Google
What did you put?
I put SNL hockey skit.
By black guy with the hat.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
I'm
you
Dominican.
sideways
How
right
am I
now,
racist?
just so
I'm
you know. Okay. All right.
I'm Dominican, for crying out loud.
I'm Dominican.
kidding me?
Dominicano.
Prove it. Where's your white jeans?
Yeah, we haven't even heard Rashad all day. What's Rashad doing?
Where's
What's
your
up,
white
Rashad?
jeans? Where's your white jeans at? Look here, Poppy. Okay.
You do gotta have some white jeans. Alex.
Hey,
That's like a part of the rules.
Hey, Batman.
Your ringtones, gasolina.
Alex, que lo que, papá, que lo que.
Daddy Yankee's Puerto Rican, not Dominican.
Daddy Yankee is Puerto Rican, Steven. Now you're racist.
Now I'm racist. All right, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
No, my bad. Well, give me a Dominican song then, to be fair.
Okay.
You can't.
I'm not Dominican. I got nothing for you.
Romeo Santos
You
is
can't
Dominican.
name one.
Aventura is Dominican. You ever heard of
I need a
Obsession?
famous song. That's
Obsession?
somebody that's Dominican.
Is it Romeo Dominican?
Romeo Santos is Dominican, yes.
Diego Calderon? Who's Diego Calderon? Where's he
Diego
from?
Calderon is
Diego Calderon is Puerto Rican. It's Puerto Rican. From Loíza, Puerto Rico.
Cat for Life says anything Aventura. Carrie
Anything
P says
Aventura,
Polo
that's correct.
Tropical.
Yeah, that's correct. Anything Aventura.
Manalo
That's
says
bachata.
any Dominican rapper wear a hat? Question mark.
Hey, Alex, go get that real quick and ask a Dominican rapper.
No,
I
Yeah,
mean,
what is Bad Bunny?
Who's that?
I mean, my people make the best music in the whole, you know,
Who's that?
He's not lying. He's
Who's
not
your
lying.
Hispanic.
people? Andrevius?
He's not lying.
Huh?
Who's your
The hockey watching people.
The hockey watching people. Got it. Knew it. Knew it. Love it.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm just saying, you know, after every Heat victory, we listen to Pepas. That's all I'm saying.
Pepas!
Hey, Batman.
Man, y'all listen to Pepper.
Hey, Batman.
What is with Peppers?
Are you anyone subscribed to his own?
Pepas? It's a song about popping pills. I don't know why we listen to it after victories.
I don't get it. Like I told them earlier, Dre, tell them to mind their business. Their team don't got no swag.
Cruz Ruiz says, Steven, take a time out. You out here saying some Third Reich sus comments on air. What?
Wow. You got to follow the rules. You're out of here.
Wow.
Get him, Cruz. Get him, Cruz.
Okay, Batman, I guess you're hosting the show.
I'm not hosting. I'm at work. I'll help out.
I'm just saying, hey, that's crazy that Cruz got.
All right, now just turn into a space now.
And Alex Renee Diaz is still up here. Man, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Who was that? That was Sosa? You said you had a question?
Oh, yeah, I was asking if you're the only one subscribed to Tua's OnlyFins page.
Yeah, no, we're all subscribed. We're all subscribed.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Damn.
We got a Tua, man. We got a Tua. Are you part of the bandwagon now or what? Or we gotta wait a little while.
No, to be honest, I didn't want him on the
Batman.
team
Nice
at the
dog. See,
draft.
Batman allows people to jump on the bandwagon. I am not one of those people. Like, bro, you was against us, bro. Stay over there, bro. I am not with that shit, bro. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't, bro. I'm
Batman making JV.
I don't allow.
Batman making JV
You're not gonna
co-host.
be. Man, look.
Hell no.
Nah, man. Look,
Ain't you supposed to be on break?
I don't do this whole stuff about holding people accountable for their takes or apologies. And listen, anybody could change their mind if the facts change and the player looks better and he's producing, and you feel like you want to cheer for the player. It's all for it. Only one I go at personally is Pete, and that's because he's a hater of every player on the team. It's not just Tua; it's every play. He can't say nothing positive about anybody. Phillips, nobody.
Except for Skyler.
That's true. Skyler Thompson's the other.
Skyler Thompson.
I really want to see if Skyler gets traded. If Pete's still gonna be a Dolphin fan.
Oh, he will be,
bro.
He'll cheer for the fourth-string quarterback.
If Pete was on here for that greatest hockey player moment, he'd say Skyler Thompson was the greatest hockey player.
Straight up.
Hell no.
Hey, Pete, come on and join us, Pete.
Victory Monday. What a sweet feeling it is.
He in 6, baby. 1 in Mile High, baby.
And the Panthers
Happy
win today.
feelings in the air.
This is going to be the last Victory Monday for you, Dave.
Yeah. He in 6, Louis.
Irving, you
Yeah,
don't
it
even
sounds
believe
good.
that yourself. You don't even believe that.
Eating six,
Stop.
baby.
Stop. You don't
Eating
believe
six,
that.
baby.
Bro, they
Yeah,
should
I
have won
know.
the first game. Like, do y'all know what y'all watching? Like,
Hey, didn't I tell
I don't
y'all?
know.
Didn't I
I
tell?
don't know what happened with should-haves. I never heard y'all should have done something. It's either
Hey,
you did
yeah,
it or
didn't
you
you
I
right.
tell
didn't.
you?
And
You
the
right.
fact of the
No,
matter
you know
is,
what, Lewis? You
the fact
absolutely
of the
right.
matter is,
You know
you
what?
didn't
Hold me
win.
to that standard, Lewis. You right. You are absolutely right. Hold me to that standard. It don't matter. We lost, but we won. And then now
The
we put
refs gave y'all that
their
game
foot on their
yesterday.
neck.
The
Oh,
refs
really?
gave y'all that game yesterday. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Lewis. I
Horrible
mean,
calls in
you
that
use that
game.
argument. You should use that argument for people that actually use refs as an excuse. I haven't done that since the
I
playoffs
was saying
started.
that.
If we
I was saying
lose,
that more.
we lose, my boy.
I was saying that. I was saying that more for Alex Renee Diaz.
Oh yeah. I know. He always do that. John.
So what we talking about
Hey,
today,
Lewis.
guys?
Hey, Lewis. I
Oh,
got a new one
damn,
for you.
Cruz.
Hey,
Shit.
shout out to Cruz for the $4.99 donation. Said Pete might be a necrophiliac. Can't see that. It came off the screen.
Necrophilia.
Because
shout
he
out to
likes
Cruz.
to. He
Which
likes.
explains his passion for dead NFL careers. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Damn. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Wait, hold on. That came out better than what I thought it would be.
That was good.
Hey, I was gonna ask, Lewis, did you see the new rumors about Kyrie says he wants LeBron to be the Mavericks to trade for LeBron so they can form a big three in the Mavericks?
No, we
Dang,
don't
you gonna
need
have two players come take over Luka team? Dang.
No, we don't need that. We don't need that.
Damn. They saying they don't want Luka to have his own
Oh,
team.
so
Trash.
you're a Mavericks fan, Lewis. So you're a Mavericks fan, Lewis?
Nah, he's just a Luka fan.
I like Luka.
Ah, Luka.
Actually,
Look, so now, hey, look, so keep in mind, hey, Lewis always talking about putting the logo before the player, but for some reason in basketball, it's the opposite.
Here, listen again. I talk about
contradiction
football.
yourself.
I only talk. No. I only talk about basketball because.
So now you a football. Oh, you a football guy.
You
a football guy.
I ain't talking about no damn basketball. I'm talking basketball because that's what y'all like to do. I ain't trying to talk no damn basketball. Basketball is weak nowadays.
So why you always coming up here and talk about Denver at 4, Nuggets at 5? Like, why you always doing that then?
That's to piss you guys off.
Oh, you ain't pissing nobody off. You just showing me
I know.
whole like tendencies. That's all.
Well, that's me on the Twitter side.
Hey, I ain't. Hey, Lewis, like I said, bro, I ain't saying you a hoe. You just made a hoe decision. That's all.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it is what it is.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all tell EM don't run for me today. He better be up on them spaces.
He don't want that
Get up
smoke.
here and talk
He
about. He want to talk the finals when we lose.
Smoke,
EM better be up there. He better be up there today.
Bring
EM better stick to being a lottery. EM better stick to being a lottery team, bro. You better stick to being.
I can't give my take on the finals. I want to hear your take now. I want to hear that take now.
EM is listening. Let him know, Dave. Tell him to come through.
What are you listening for? Get up here.
They are a perennial lottery team. Every year they'll be selecting the NBA lottery. Top 5. Wembyama's gonna get bullied in the paint by guys as small as 6'5".
What are you talking about?
Hey, but look, did y'all notice how the Heat did win yesterday? The same way I told y'all they should have played the first game.
Yeah,
bro,
but
Jokic can score whatever he wants. I don't care.
I know.
Let him drop 50. Stop everybody else, and you win. You will win.
But Dave, wasn't I telling y'all, like, listen, these guys are not gonna miss next game. Like, Strus was 0 for 10 the other game. Caleb Martin was 1 for 7.
We missed shots.
Bro, they did their job. They did their job defensively, bro. They did their job defensively. Like, they limited Denver
Lewis,
to 108 points and 100.
If you watch the game, Lewis, the same shots we missed in game 1 are the same shots we made in game 2. All we did was miss shots in game 1. That's the only reason they won. But look, hey, I'm not taking nothing from nobody. I ain't taking nothing from nobody, bro. They still a good team. They are still very scary. I ain't taking that away from nobody. But the Heat winning 6.
I don't want to hear none of that.
None of that. I ain't worried. Yeah, I know. You sound like French Montana.
That you could call me what you want. I don't give a damn about none of that.
I know. I will.
The fact of the matter is, y'all losing in either 5 or 6 games. If we're gonna be completely honest out here.
Now it's 5 or 6. I thought it was 4. You see how he keeps switching? You see how he keeps switching?
So we got you still got the practice schedule for the Dolphins? You still got it? Or like I know that we were done Friday, that was the last day. We don't have nothing till when?
Mandatory minicamp, and that starts when does mandatory minicamp start? Let me look it up.
I know it's this month, right? It's this month.
Hold on.
I think we gotta wait a couple of weeks. I think like 2 or 3 weeks, right? No, 2 weeks.
So, Dre, you think the Cook dream is dead?
Mid-June?
What the hell? I don't see nothing about mandatory minicamp all of a sudden. Everything popping up is about 2022. Bitch, it's 2023.
Swear jar.
Swear jar.
What's up, Robert? What's up, Rashad?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Screw the Heat. We're here talking about the Dolphins. Anybody can pick it up on their phone or computer when the Dolphins practice again.
What up, Robert?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. I'm driving.
I see something that says it starts tomorrow. What the hell?
I see Dalvin Cook not coming. I see that much.
Yeah, I think the OTAs do start tomorrow.
The mandatory minicamp. Yeah, I think it starts tomorrow.
Yeah, the mandatory.
Nice.
Breaking news. Ari Moreau from the 33rd team coverage of the NFL, who's got like over 500,000 followers. He's legit. Said that the Vikings and Dolphins nearly completed a trade in March that would have sent Dalvin Cook to Miami per Albert Breer. Miami had added to their backfield a month later using a 3rd-round pick for Devon Achane. Cook's future in Minnesota remains unclear at this point. So really no breaking news, just the fact that
we knew that.
That's the stuff that I already know.
Yeah, they had a trade, and you know what held back the trade, Steven? I told you it was the compensation that Miami had to absorb for his contract. Greer didn't want to go with that.
Yeah, it makes sense, Batman. It makes sense.
Are we sure that Mo didn't put out that information?
I've been saying this.
Yeah,
Mo
put this out. Mo put this out
2
like 3 months ago.
Yeah, I think Mo put that out about 2-3 months ago. Yeah.
Good morning. I've been saying this for the last 2 months.
Listen, all you Dalvin Cook truthers, I'm telling you, it was over as soon as Flo took that job. It was over as soon as Flo took that job. He is not going to let that organization play nice with the Dolphins.
I'll give you one better. It was over the day we signed.
Dang, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even think about that, bro.
Because that took money out of the running back room, and they was already not willing to give that man money. So we put more money into the running back room. Now we're going to give him money? It made no sense. It never made any sense.
I told y'all when we took a chain. I told Batman the night we took a chain, I was like, I don't see that Dalvin junk happening no more. And everybody keeps keeping the story alive. That's fine. But we ain't made no progress, bro. And Lewis, what's today?
Thank you.
Lewis.
Actually, date is June 5th. For the guys that are listening in the back, it's June 5th. Just wanted to throw that out there. June 5th.
The more time that goes by, bro, it just seems less likely, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Real 5 says Dalvin is over at Lake Caradas and 40th Street. I just talked to him. He said he's coming home.
2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4 when you're
we believe you. We believe you.
Steven, he was eating croquetas at La Carreta.
Croquetas. Hey, no lie, La Carreta's good shit. That's good keeping food right there, bro.
Hey, that's where I took when when Larry came down to Dolphins training camp 2
You
years
took
ago.
him to La Carreta?
Yeah, I took him to La Carreta. There's some Cuban food.
What?
Which
You
one? The
messing
one in
with the
Miramar?
ops?
Or the one in
Damn, what was Lewis?
Dang, Lewis, he took Larry out before you, Lewis.
Oh, damn.
Man, I don't care about none of that.
I can't tell.
Into effort.
I gotta take Steven. Next time Steven comes down here, we're gonna take him to La Carreta, get some good Cuban food.
I do love any sort of food, especially Cuban food. It's good stuff.
I've never been to Twin Peaks. I want to go to Twin Peaks.
I'll be honest with you guys.
You have to hook me up with a good dinner place when I get down there in freaking July.
I might be down there sooner rather than later if this phone call comes in.
Talk to me, Steven. Talk to me.
Let
it be known.
You got sources, Steven?
Oh,
no,
you ain't going to no Heat game.
Hey, I don't know.
You want to pay $500 for standing room?
Wait, whose jersey you got on, Steven? Whose jersey you got on?
I just got a text.
Oh my God!
Standing.
Can they tell you to get a Jimmy Butler jersey?
That is.
Hold on, I can't hear Batman.
I just got a text right now. This morning that standing section is $550 for the Heat. $550.
Duh.
Yeah, ain't nobody going. Yeah, ain't nobody going to that, bro. Like, you think I'm gonna pay that type of money to stand up, bro? You got me messed up.
That's a steal.
No, he helped us win get two. He helped us win get 2 championships. I'll put respect on his name.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, if to go to I've never been able to say I've been able to go to a finals game. I would love to go to a finals game. I've never. I mean, look, a Super Bowl is hard, man, because that's like $4,000. But I mean,
try more like 6 or 7.
Well, no, because you get you get discounts through affiliates, but like it's like $4,000.
Wasn't somebody telling us about an app the other day that you could wait till like the second half and then still be able to get in and stuff like that?
I got to talk to Steven about that because Steven got sponsors.
Yeah. Maybe you could save your money like that.
Anything? Go to Lime. Less is more. Man, Lime tickets, man. Give them a call. They'll take care of you.
That's where you get your tickets right there.
3533. Those are my guys.
Steven, you said they don't they're not too expensive. You said
cool name.
With the fees, right? You said with the tickets.
No service fees.
No service fees. So you can't beat that.
I ain't gonna lie. My team in a championship, I think I would rather not go because I can't handle spending that much money to watch a loss.
Oh yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie, I can respect that too, Dre. That makes sense. Like I would be so mad.
I can't emotionally handle
that night.
What's the most amount of money you would spend to watch the Dolphins in a Super Bowl?
I'll pay
$5,000. Any amount.
I think
$6,000.
I'll probably go as high as a rack. I ain't going higher than a rack.
$10,000 is the most.
Not giving them people not $1.
I mean, we want to spend our money differently. Jesus Christ!
I'll watch it.
I'm over here with a rack. Somebody said 5. Somebody said 10. Steven said 10.
They got enough money out of me.
I would go.
They owe me at this point.
Go into debt to watch.
Yeah,
the
me too.
Win a Super Bowl.
Me too.
Y'all better lie.
No, I'm sorry.
That's what I'll tell y'all. Y'all are alive.
Y'all better people than me.
Y'all better than me.
Now I am married, and my wife.
Oh yeah, so you're not spending $10,000. You're not spending $10,000 on going to a game. Your wife would never allow that.
Hey, I'm gonna.
You finna do what? Spend $10,000 on a ticket? Does that include drinks and food? No. All right, then you ain't going.
Hey, everybody have a blessed day, man. Let's just wait on this Wilkins news and Panthers win and Dalvin Cook. Let's wait on this. But
I hope the money makes sense, man.
Dalvin ain't coming. Let's
I hope the money makes sense.
That better come with a whole lot more than drinks and food.
That's my point. That's the point I'm making, bro. Like $10,000 on just a ticket? Nah, I'm sorry, bro. No.
How much is?
I probably couldn't even enjoy the victory if you won the Super Bowl then.
I know. Hey,
Yeah,
how
we
much
won the
is
Super Bowl, but I just spent $10,000
is
on
that
this ticket.
is that the base price for a ticket, Super Bowl ticket? 10 grand.
I don't know.
It's the reason I will never see the Super Bowl in person. I will spend my money differently.
I just watch it on TV, bro. And fuck up. That's all that.
All right, real quick, guys. We're gonna do final thoughts of the day because I gotta take a phone call here in about 5 minutes. Hopefully, it's a good phone call. Final thought, Rashad. Go first.
Always.
Let me go first.
Always, Steven. Always.
Go ahead. Whoever
Oh,
said they
please,
wanted
always
to go
good.
first, go. Come on now.
Oh, all right, yeah. Let me go first. Heat and 6. Y'all boys stop hating. I'm good.
Love you,
Be culture, baby.
Spider-Man. Final
I'm gonna
thought of
go.
the day.
Final thoughts. I hope Dolphins don't overpay for Christian Wilkins. I'll be good if we don't get Cook or not, like our running back room. And Heat and 6, Heat culture. Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in the NBA. Spurs suck. Have a great day.
Yeah. I appreciate it, Spider-Man. Be good. Robert, final thought of the day.
Good luck on your phone call, Steven. Just pop in to say hi and see what happens.
Yeah, man, we'll definitely see. I appreciate it, man. Be good. Tua is God. Tua is God. The Dolphins are ready. Who is this? Final thought of the day.
Steven, it's been me the whole time.
Oh. Sorry, Alex. I'm got 15 million other things on my mind. Final thought of the day.
So we are ready. Let's just hope the Dalvin Cook situation gets better. Let's just hope that he becomes a Dolphin, and let's just hope that he take it. If not, it's been a great season for the Heat. But I think Denver is the better team. But we'll see what happens down the road. Have a great night. Good luck on your phone call, and stay blessed.
Easy, man. All right, man. Rashad, final thought of the day.
Not here. Connection issues.
Yeah, final thought of the day, Rashad.
Wait, I'm here. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, everyone, but don't be discouraged. If we do acquire injuries in the season, look for a mid-season trade. Derrick Henry, like I told y'all last week, and from what I've also been informed, Aaron Gordon. Have a good day.
Lewis, you up here, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so before we let you go, my final thought of the day is, look, we're all podcasters, we're all content creators, and we had a big loss in our content creator family over the last 72 hours, actually late last week. Eric Carmona, who is the Tuanon guy, alias, passed away on his way to work at the age of 30, leaving behind a beautiful family, man. And look, we do this for love, we do this for passion, but when one of our own pass away, it's a big deal. And it really hit home. I didn't know Eric, to be perfectly honest with you. I didn't know him at all, except through other people that knew him. And everything I ever heard about him was good stuff, like good things, and that he was a really great and funny and nice guy and loved the Dolphins. And I tell people all the time, like, look, when we ask for donations and stuff like that, it's a big deal. It helps provide for our family. But what happens when one of us pass away? We don't have, any of the stuff that we need to be able to compensate, stuff for our loved ones. So Big E of Dolphins Talk created a GoFundMe, and I just put it in the chat. And I donated a good amount. I donated 100 at first, and then I anonymously donated a higher amount later. A good number of what you guys have donated, I've donated to the GoFundMe from last month. And I really want you guys to support this because his family's left with nothing at the moment. And I want to be able to help provide he's a Navy veteran, or was a Navy veteran. He's a diehard Dolphins fan, 30 years old, and got all young kids. And I have a 7-year-old and 9-year-old, and I couldn't imagine leaving them. And it's a really shitty and sad story. And you never know when your last day is going to be your last day, but go support the GoFundMe. Go donate to the GoFundMe. Help his family. Make the grievement the grievement process a little bit easier on them, because it sucks and it's tough, and you never know when somebody's day is their last time you're going to talk to them. So RIP, man, rest in peace. I know I didn't know you that well. I wish I had have gotten to know you more. Everything I've heard about you was beautiful and amazing and wonderful thing, and I'm grateful that I was able to provide to your GoFundMe, to the GoFundMe, and help your family a little bit. But if you're listening, man, just know that, we're a family, PH, no matter what, whether we know each other or not, we're all content creators, and we all have the love and same passion, man. So just, I don't know what else to say other than that. But Lewis, your final thought of the day, man.
Well, I would just like to echo all those sentiments, Stephen. I also donated to the GoFundMe, and it's kind of like to your point, Stephen, all the time. There's so many people within the Dolphin community, whether you're a content creator or not. We're in the hundreds of thousands in the fan base, right? If everybody just donated a dollar to him and his family, or to his family rather, it would go in a long way. So I'll just say that, and then, I'll just leave it at that. Those will be my final thoughts, man. Again, we might not know everybody within the fan base, but to Steven's point, we are a Finn family. I consider that for everybody. So you never know when it's going to be your last days, man. So
Mark
very
K,
sorry for Eric. So.
Mark K says so far over $32,000 raised, and I just donated $500. Shout out to you, Mark. That's Bill's Mafia backing up the Dolphin families. Great to see, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I try to tell people, I'm like, this is your family supports a lot of what we do, and Eric's wife and kids are the ones that I feel for the most out of everybody, because they're the ones that are left with, it just sucks, man. And it really hit home, and it made me think about what I do and how I go about doing stuff, and that. And to be fair and to be perfectly honest, it made me feel like, God forbid something ever happened to me, my family wouldn't get anything, and that scares the hell out of me. So, yeah, man, just donate to the GoFundMe, man. Help his family, and keep it moving, guys. Tomorrow's Hot Take Tuesday with Nando Talk. I'm hoping I have some big news maybe later on today. I'm going to find out here soon. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I'm going to pray that it does. I love you guys. You guys are the best. I love doing this show every day. Lewis, I love you. You're the man, brother. And
the feeling is definitely mutual, Stephen.
That's Cap. That's Cap. Stop lying.
Listen. Okay, again. Look, bro, we always give. I think you said it a couple of weeks ago. If people heard some of the private conversations and stuff, we bust each other's balls and stuff. But at the end of the day, listen, I genuinely do love you, Stephen, and respect you and all the hard work you do, not only on an everyday basis for us on the platform, but just what you do in the community, because I've seen it firsthand. I've been at tailgates with you and stuff and see all the work you do and all the charitable things you do within the community. So, when we come out here, I know it might sound like Cat when you have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grown men saying they love each other, but it's real at the end of the day, bro. So
I will tell you, on Friday, Jason Sarney and I are going to do. Remember how we did with the Dolphins Cancer Challenge? I'm matching. So every donation you guys make to the channel, we want you to donate to the GoFundMe. We want to do the same thing on this Friday. So we want to have a really big day, man. And I can tell you any donations that come onto the channel on Friday, I'm going to send in 50% of it to the GoFundMe as well. So they'll get the money twice over. So yeah, man, let's get ready for big Spread Kindness Friday. It's going to be awesome. And you guys are the best. And I will see you guys tomorrow right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Go Panthers. Getting that W tonight. We'll see y'all tomorrow right here on Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Peace.
Later.
Sit around, a little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.